time to meet the people on the Keeler Show today.
It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen?
Keeler's always in the know.
It makes me want to call him
And tell him where to go.
And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I thought
we are screwed.
Listen, I thought Trump did. I think you're right, Andrew. Trump started last night to do I'm like, wow, he is in control here. He is under control.
Yeah.
And he's looking president. Oh, no.
There we go. There's the old Trump I know.
Millions and billions of what in the hell are you talking about? And
then he kind of got.
And then Dick Clark showed up and started to do the countdown for New Year's Eve. I'm like, this is surreal, man.
It was at a point where we my future mother-in-law, because I was watching with my future in-laws and my future brother-in-law, and it got to the point where my future mother-in-law got up and said, I can't even watch this anymore. I really can't watch it.
My wife went
I'd
to
rather
bed.
go back and watch the Yankees get blown out by the Blue Jays.
My wife went to bed. I went upstairs and woke her up and said, promise me, please, if I ever speak as poorly as Joe Biden,
You'll take me to the farm.
You need to physically remove me from the radio studio.
Oh my gosh.
I am afraid for America.
One thing
I am, and when you look at it's true. When you look at the polling, it looks like there are people. Biden won, and even Trump. I mean, Trump looked young. Trump seems to be. When you looked at him, I didn't think there was any difference than when he ran in 2016.
I know.
But Biden, think of the decline since. If you want to talk about this, you probably don't want to listen to me talking about it. But if you want to talk about it, 315-736-0186. I got to say, think about this for a moment. First of all, how sad this is, whether you hate him, Biden, or you hate Democrats, whatever it is you feel. This is still your nation. This is the country, and the rest of the world is watching this, thinking, oh, my God, this is the country that's going to protect us from China, Iran, North Korea.
Well, think about those people.
And Russia.
Think about those leaders watching last night.
Oh, my Lord. Think about this. Just think about this for a moment. The decline in President Biden since the State of the Union.
Significant. It's only going to get worse.
I don't know if if they're going to try to say he just had a bad night. At one point, he said, "I have a cold."
I forgot about that. I missed that part.
Then the golf thing, when they started going off on the golf thing, the two of them, it was just like two old guys at McDonald's. I'm like, guys, be careful. You're going to spill your coffee on yourselves. That's hot coffee.
That's senior discount. Dave Portnoy.
Oh, my God.
Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports. He tweeted out the clip of them talking about the golf game, and they said, all right, that's it. It's going to be settled on the golf course. 18 holes. Let's go.
Listen.
Get these guys out there.
Listen, the one thing that Trump said that was honest and accurate is I could outdrive you, or whatever he said. There's no doubt in my mind Trump could outdrive Joe Biden. No doubt. I mean, I don't know that even with a cart. I mean, I just don't know that Joe Biden could even get onto a golf course. Oh my God, it was terrible.
It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch.
And it was worse than I ever imagined it would be. I personally don't believe it should be either one of these two. How are we dealing with these two running for president of the United States? And let me tell you something. It can't be Kamala Harris.
Have you ever listened to her talk in foreign countries?
They actually brought her out last night, and she was defending Biden. I think he did a wonderful job.
She's like, it's a slow start. It was a slow start.
He started out slow.
He finished strong.
He had a really strong finish. He had a really, really strong finish.
Just the eyes. If you looked at him.
Oh, my God. The facial expressions.
Yeah.
The facial expressions. It was just the saddest thing
that's what
I've
it is.
ever seen in my life. It was almost like, I'm going to tell you right now what the facial expression was like. It was like a person on their deathbed and his long-lost enemy shows up at the hospital room, and he looks to his wife, and he's like, why is he here?
It's Corn Pop.
That's how I saw it. I mean, I don't know what anybody else saw. I'll take a few calls.
Yes,
so,
please call us.
Let's go to Jack. Hi, Jack. Good morning. You get to hijack the show. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Well, first of all, I think Jeff Dunham should take President Biden in replacement of Walter.
Okay. All right. Well,
if you look at
it might have happened.
Walter,
it may have already happened, Jack.
Biden. I know, but I'm saying full time.
Oh my God!
Why is he
here? And the other thing is, in the early part of his talking, did you not see Trump look over at him? He was almost ready to stoop over at the podium.
Yeah, some of the facial expressions on
he was going to black right out. I thought
some of the facial expressions on Trump as he was watching Biden. And then Biden would go off into didn't he say that what was the line about the in-laws?
I'm watching this debate with my future in-laws, and he goes, and then the topic came up about illegal immigrants and victims of rape and murder, and he says, people get raped by their in-laws.
Yeah.
And then
I looked at my mother. I said, please don't touch me.
And the other thing is,
the line when he said
they never stayed on track.
Oh, neither one of them. Neither
Especially,
one of them.
So I want to say,
a question.
Yeah.
When they were given a question, excuse me, can I finish the other part a minute? And then they would finish their part, and then they never did it. So then they asked them one more time. You got 40 seconds. They repeated the question, and they never kept up with it.
Yeah. So Jack, I want to say this, and you might agree with this. I don't know, but I thought that Dana Bash and Jake Tapper did a tremendous job. They were very fair. They asked great questions. They didn't show any, favoritism. And to your point, I mean, even and that's when I started to get frustrated with Trump was the issue of the question about childcare. It's the easiest question in the world. It wasn't like it was a difficult foreign policy question, or it wasn't like it was a difficult.
But it's like he wanted to pass it off.
Yeah.
I just said as I was watching, what has happened here? The greatest nation on the planet. What has happened here? This is the scariest moment. Okay, Jack. Thank you.
All right.
And again, Jack.
Retirement home and a hot bowl of soup.
I think you may be right.
That's a nod to Jimmy.
Roger on the line. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning. Well, I was going to say something, but you already said it. How can we vote for any one of these?
Yeah, it's terrible.
The American people have to be angry that this is what we have, as you said, the best country in the world, and we have these two people to pick from. That is shocking.
I am with you. I am with you 100%. I do not. I mean, I hate to say the two of them made Robert Kennedy Jr. look good last night. I might be thinking about him after all.
I'm convinced if we had a strong third-party candidate, this would be no questions. People would be moving towards that third party. No question.
Yeah.
But Kennedy's not that strong. So
he's not.
I don't know what
by no means. All right, Roger. Thank
you. Anyway,
Yeah.
You said it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Andrew, Davey, one of you guys come over here. My screen just disappeared. Oh, it's back. Oh, you made it disappear, you piece of garbage.
That wasn't me.
Mike and Skyler. I'm looking for the person, though, to call in, and I understand there's going to be – listen, I understand there will be people who will say, I think Trump did a great job. Donald Trump last night went up there and just made crap up. Even people who don't know – foreign policy or don't follow politics would be looking at that and saying, well, that can't be true. And in the beginning, I swear, I was saying, I think this is going to be the guy I end up voting for about 5 minutes. Then it went off the rails all over again. I couldn't. And then, okay, it's true. Biden was starting to get better. Had he slept all week long and they just woke him up?
Well, that's the thing.
But when I say he was getting better, I'm saying he was getting better. It wasn't even close to the word good. Better was like, I can't believe we've lowered the bar to this point. This is better. And then afterwards, they were doing like this victory thing they were showing on TV. And that was a joke. It's like, I mean, what is Jill Biden thinking? Jill Biden, she's got to be like, I knew this wasn't going to go well. Oh boy, Mike, go ahead. You're on. Sorry. Where'd he go? He's on one. Okay. Why do you think? Were you unable to hear us, or did you hang up, or did you just disconnect? Oh,
Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
You can hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is technical difficulties, just like the...
Okay, all right. So it's a year-end, not mine. Okay, what were you going to say, Mike?
Okay.
All right.
So anyways, the two things that I took away from last, those facial, just like you said, those facial expressions, every time you're looking at Biden, look at Trump, I'm thinking, what is it with these faces? At one point, I thought he was having a stroke.
He
yawned at one point. He yawned.
I have been in the hospital room. I have been in that room when someone is dying, and it was looking, and that's what it looked like to me. And it just those facial expressions were like, who's he? What, Joe? That is Donald Trump. He is running for president along with you. Do you want to eat your muffin, or should I tell him to take it back? That's what it looked like to me.
When he went home that night, I wonder if he watched the debate to see how he looked on the TV.
He probably went right to. He's probably still sleeping.
God, this was awful.
And then the other thing is, it's like another thing I kept hearing. It's like one person saying, well, "This is the worst economy ever," and then right after that, "This is the best." It's like they're like,
I know. Yeah,
the opposite.
I mean, the reality is, it really falls somewhere in the middle of all of that, where in terms of the economy. But the problem is that many Americans are not feeling it. We're paying so much more for products. It is, and wages have not necessarily gone up. So you got to be honest with people. And oh boy, that was just.
I felt bad for the moderators, honestly, because they must have just been thinking to themselves, "How did we draw this short straw?"
I flipped over to CNN after it was over. And you had like, I don't know, 4 and 4, maybe a couple of moderates in there. There were some Democrats and there was some Republicans. And when the Democrats are like, I mean, they were stunned. They were like speechless. And this is a sad day for America is how I think they started out. And like, we've got to find somebody else for the top of the ticket. There's still time. The convention isn't for a month and a half. I mean, that's the talk that was going on last night for Democrats. And I'll tell you, the one thing that Trump should, in my opinion, do is pick a Marco Rubio, because it would give the voter an opportunity to say, well, at least I feel like there's a strong vice president there in case something happens.
That's going to be critical.
However, Donald Trump looks like he's going to live for another 30 years. I mean,
and one last thing I'd like to say is I can't wait to see the Saturday Night Live version.
Oh.
But I think I did watch. I
know a lot of people were saying that
last night.
People were saying, "Is that Saturday Night Live?"
You couldn't. You're right. You could not. I mean, they're probably saying, "Thankfully, we're on vacation for the summer because we couldn't do better than what they just did." Oh, God. Okay. Thanks, man. Have a great day. Here's Roger. Hi, Roger.
Hi, he was going downhill as it was. We all knew that. But you know what they did wrong? They overprogrammed him. They burned his voice out.
Oh, they might have.
They've been beating the heck out of him for the last few days, some people.
That might have been.
I think that's why his voice went, and plus he couldn't comprehend everything in his head. It was just programmed in, and the man's too old for the job.
It's almost like you're right.
They gave him a bunch of. I feel like they almost gave him a bunch of points.
I still think, though, the guy is there. His mind is there. I think. But then again, I don't know about that because he'd miss the word. He couldn't come up with the words. It was.
It's
bad.
A shame that we got to talk like this about a country that we're powerful and the world's looking down.
I'm with you, man. I agree 100%. So, all right, and that's the thing. I think you're right. We should be, all of us should be sad over and scared more than anything else, not reveling in the law. And I think that's what there were former George Bush and it might have been a former Trump strategist on the panel last night on CNN, and they both said it the same way. It's like, this is not, so we shouldn't be in happy over what we just witnessed. We should be really, really scared and nervous for not just America, but for the world. Holy moly in the morning. Well, that was something. I have another comment here. Mike this morning. Let's see. Where is he? I could not watch the entire debate. While Trump did as usual, I'm the greatest, I would say Biden did very poorly. I had an incredibly staunch Democrat friend who texted me last night saying Biden should withdraw. Speaking of bad performances, I just noticed that Baltimore statistically is now ahead of the Yankees.
Who is that? Who is that?
Statistically now ahead of the Yankees after last night's Yankees loss to the Blue Jays.
Who is that commenting? Who was that?
Andrew, step back from the bridge. For the Democrats, Biden is like your grandfather who's suffering from diminished mental health. Yeah, that's how I just... some of those expressions, I felt like, my God, take the camera off him.
The wide eye ones?
Yeah, like where his mouth is half open and I don't know if something's happening to him or if he's reacting to what Trump is saying. I don't know. Wow.
So we have a few app comments already this morning. John in New Hartford, Ross Perot, 2024.
That's right. I think it might be. Yeah.
Matt in Holland Patton. At this point, why even bother to vote? The deciding votes are in New York City. I will just write in Big Bird and Elmo. Bill, I think you should run with Dave as VP. All
right.
That's your brother-in-law there.
There we go.
Baby.
Cough hiccup on YouTube. Unfortunately, it's too late to replace those two. I can't wait for either in good consciousness.
What did my brother-in-law say?
By the way, I don't think it's too late, and I'll tell you, this is the earliest a debate has ever happened. That I find interesting. It's almost like Biden wouldn't agree to be done, and they're like, all right, we're going to put you out. This is what you want? Is this what you want? Yes. All right, we're going to put you out there.
Yeah.
And then let's see what happens. Is that what just happened? It is just unbelievable.
Matt says you should be Bill's VP.
Well, go to the biggest supporter in all of Oneida County on number one.
Oh, well, we'll hear from Ann, because Ann, of course, said Ann's going to tell us that Trump spoke nothing but honesty and truth last night. But I'll go to you, Ann. Stand by. A couple
Sue
more.
Sue in Utica, this is the Democrats' fault that they picked him to begin with.
I wrote something last night. Shame on the Democrats for this.
They at least have to pick a different vice president. That was Sue in Utica.
I don't know how they can keep Biden there. I don't know that Biden, based on what we saw last night, I don't know how he makes it to the fall debate. If there is going to be one.
And if he gets elected, just a year into the next term?
If he gets elected, you're really voting for whoever is the vice president, and you're voting against Trump. You're not voting for Biden. I didn't know that anybody did last election vote for Biden. But this...
And you're voting for Kamala Harris if she stays on the ticket.
Is even worse. A couple more before we break, and then I've got Willie Waffle. We're going to switch gears a little, although I do have to ask Willie what he thought. You know, this was TV last night. Must-see TV on a Thursday night. Ann in Rome. How do you feel, Ann?
Tell us how you really feel.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think all they did was make Biden attack Trump. He should have went on his record. And it's very sad. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. It is so sad to see that man decline. He's been declining. I blame his wife. Pull him out. I don't know what's wrong with him, with his mind, if he's got dementia or whatever. He can't run the country. It was sad. The guy was talking about Agent Orange.
Well, that's actually legitimate. That is an issue where for years Agent Orange,
right, in Vietnam.
But there was just recent legislation that actually protected veterans with diseases caused by things like Agent Orange. You know, I knew a person that died and kept saying it was Agent Orange for years in the 80s, and even into he died, but even into the 90s, and the government has not acknowledged that was a thing until
they never did.
Until recently. So that's why that was brought up. So.
But it's very sad. The man needs to go. Either put Kamala Harris in, do something, but he cannot run the country. He was just all over the place, and all they made him do was attack Trump, your record. And how could anybody think the man should run the country?
Yeah. All right, Ann. I almost kind of agree with you.
I have sympathy for the guy.
Yeah.
I just think they were so concerned about attacking Trump and making Trump go off that it made this mess. And I don't think anything would have helped him. The guy's got to go.
I don't know that I don't agree with you on the attacking Trump thing. It's a debate. They're going to attack each other. But
he never went by his record, and he just kept going off the rails.
He did. You just couldn't understand him. That's the problem. Boy. All right, Ann. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
I don't believe Ann's mind was changed via last night's debate.
No, but I think she's right. We even if you hate Biden and love Trump, we should be nervous and feel bad over what we just watched last night. And then we can be afraid because this is our country. Wow. And Jay, I'm going to let you get the final word before we go to Willie. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Hey, I know this was very serious last night, but I just want to interject a little bit of humor.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with South Park.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the one where Chef was in trouble and all the kids were going around with finding all the old musicians to help him out?
Okay, I don't
remember that one.
I don't remember that, but it sounds interesting.
Well, they were running around and they were getting all these, musicians from back in the 60s, 70s, whatever.
Yeah.
And they got to Rod Stewart, and he was about to go on stage, I think.
Yeah.
And he was in a wheelchair, and they're pushing him out there, and he had nurses around him, and he's going, "Oh, poop. Oh, what? You pooped your pants? Oh, no."
Yeah, listen, this was you're right, it was like an episode of South Park.
All right,
Jay.
Actually, more like the Twilight Zone.
Thank you for a little humor. No, if you can't laugh, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Bill, and good luck with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Jay. All right, we'll talk to Willie in a second. Willie Waffle. We're going to talk entertainment and stuff you can stream. By the way, The Bear is back. If you haven't seen that, you got to watch season.
That's FX, right?
I don't even know
or
what
Hulu?
it's on.
I don't know.
Hulu, maybe. I think it's Hulu. But it is so good. You got to watch it from the beginning if you haven't. Willie is next on WIBX.
Looking for the perfect ride this summer for family road trips? Then stop on in to Steve Pawnee Chevy in Herkimer. With these unbeatable deals and the buying experience you deserve, you can drive the 2024 Malibu RS with remote start and driver safety package with finance rates as low as 1.9%. Or you can lease the new Chevy Blazer EV, all-wheel drive LT with a panoramic sunroof. Lease it for just $436 per month for 24 months with 10,000 miles miles per year. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Offers are available on select models only. Lease offers require a current eligible non-GM lease in the household. See salesperson for details. All taxes, fees, and the first payment are due on delivery. Visit Steed Pawnee Chevy on Route 28 in Herkimer or online anytime at SteedPawneeChevy.com. Hurry, these offers end June 30th, 2024. Together, let's drive with Steed Pawnee Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's always easy to do business at Steed Pawnee Chevrolet.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage, breathe easy.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I swear to God, and I'm not trying to be funny at all, but it just brought me back to last night watching him, the president, brought me back to a terrible memory of sitting in a hospital room with an elderly relative who you love and have cared for who is passing away. I realize that's probably offensive to some people, and I apologize for that. I'm just telling you what it felt like and what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
And that's what it reminded me of. I was like, holy wow. Here is Willie Waffle. Hello, Willie. Good morning.
Well, good morning. And I just got to get it off my chest, okay? When I see two rich white guys arguing about their golf game, I usually turn the TV off. Okay?
Was that the point for you, Willie?
That was the moment where I went, oh, we have gone off the rails.
Oh my God! And you're in one moment though, for just a moment, I was picturing the two of them out on the golf course, and I said, "Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't put that image in your head."
Could you imagine what that day would be like on the golf course? I think
it should happen.
Very enterprising out there should make a movie about it.
Yeah, I think well, it shouldn't be a movie. It should be, as our caller earlier said, it should be South Park. It should be an episode of South Park. That's what I think.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. All right. Anything more you want to say on that, Willie, last night?
Oh, I'm going to stay out of last night. You guys want me to talk about fun things. And let's talk about, you already mentioned it going into the break.
Yeah. This is good.
The bear is back, baby.
Well, can I just can we at least, Willie, get a rating from you from last night's episode?
What do you think he's going to say? I mean,
you got to give him a half waffle of some kind. Give him something.
The only thing okay. It was highly crazy, which, I think any political spectacle that goes absolutely crazy is entertaining to me.
Yeah.
So, I'm at like 3 or 4 waffles for the show.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
hey, we're talking about it the next day. That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's where I am.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. All right.
Let's see who's on the ballot in the fall. Let me just throw that out there.
That is exactly, that's what they were literally, his closest allies last night on TV were talking about. I mean, that is shocking.
That's what's shocking. That is what's shocking to me, that the headline coming out of this is the number of people who behind the scenes are willing to be quoted to say, we have to think about this convention.
Yep.
That to me is the shocking story.
And Mike, who just said, people have forgotten, we used to choose a presidential candidate at the convention. And
back in the day.
so there is no reason why you couldn't have another candidate and they could go. I mean, that's the way it used to be done. Now you start running 2 years before, and the debate is in June, which is shocking. But oh boy, I don't even know what to think. All right, so
The Bear. My apologies.
The Bear. Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about The Bear, which I think we've talked about this. My favorite TV show. Okay, it is on Hulu now. It premiered season 3 Wednesday night at 9:00. They came out a little bit earlier. It was supposed to be Thursday. They decided to go for it on Wednesday night, and I find this to be one of the most brilliant, one of the most funny, one of the most poignant, one of the most dramatic shows that is out there right now. And for people who don't know what the show is, it's basically about a young man who is he's a masterful chef, and he returns home to take over his family's sandwich shop because his brother dies. That's how we get introduced to everything. And we see him working with the staff and trying to up the game and trying to develop them to the point now where he's opened a fancy restaurant, and these people have come along with him. And so we've watched their journey and their growth and their changes that they've had over time. And what's really cool, I'm on about episode 4 right now, and I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
Episode 1 is a really fantastic return for the show, because when you see it, it is essentially a chance for us to see Carmi's journey. We get to see all these things that have kind of been alluded to, all these people that we've kind of know he's met or worked with, and we watch it play out over 30 minutes in a very just an amazing atmosphere and storytelling, as you just see flashes of this guy's life and the things that have happened to help you understand where he is today, which is the restaurant has opened and tragedy struck his relationship.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think there was an episode last season that was so intense. I think you felt exhausted after watching it. And so I can only imagine what this is. I can't wait to see it. This is a great
You're talking about
series.
The Christmas episode, right? You're talking about the Seven Fishes episode. Yeah,
that was
which was
incredible.
a lot longer than the normal episodes. It was almost an hour, but it was a flashback to an old Christmas that Carmen and his family would have, and it just becomes the most disastrous family dinner you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at it, it had elements of maybe something that you've been involved with at some point in your life, too.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Every one of us can recognize something that happened in that dinner.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable. All right, I can't wait to see it. What do you give what you've seen so far?
What I've seen so far, I'm at 4 waffles.
Yeah,
I think it's been really, really great. All the characters are back, and we're really starting to confront the things that happened in season 2.
Yeah.
And that's what I've enjoyed watching. So.
All right, Quiet Place Day 1. Of course, this started.
It all began in Little Falls.
This started in Little Falls, filming in Little Falls. So now here we are to the 3rd installment.
So this is the prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
Yeah, they're really looking back. They call it A Quiet Place Day 1, and it's supposed to show us the day the aliens invaded. Now, we got a flash of that in the last Quiet Place movie, Part 2, because we were really trying to follow that family with John Krasinski and Emily Blunt and all of them. And now this movie actually focuses in on other people, particularly Lupita Nyong'o, who is this woman who is struggling with cancer. She is angry at the world. She just doesn't want to keep doing this. And then the aliens strike. And we go on this odyssey with her and these other people that she meets along the way, as she's almost trying to revisit all the places that mattered to her in her life as the rest of the world is falling apart around her. And it's got great tension and chills, and she's such a great actress. I mean, you just feel every emotion flowing out of this woman, and you kind of wonder, what is her plan as all the rest of society is trying to escape?
Okay.
I'm going 3.5 waffles for a Quiet Place.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's so much better. I was worried. I was worried that they're really kind of milking this franchise and it's going to kind of become a joke. No.
Did you like the other two? Did you like the other two?
I like the other two, yeah. I mean, the first one I thought was absolutely brilliant.
It was.
The way that it kept everybody in the theater quiet on the edges of our seats with every little crackle, not even the crackles from the screen, but little noises from the theater would freak you out.
Yeah, it was. And then, the fact that for us to watch it and see scenes from Little Falls, and then they went out to the Buffalo region in the second. So this has been cool. And Krasinski has done a real. Is he still writing? Did he write episode 3?
And, he's a producer here.
Producer, okay.
So, he's kind of cashing in.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
He sold it off. He sold it off.
Well, you got to give him. You got to give him credit. This is really, really good. Okay, I'm almost out of time. Anything else that hits your mind before we?
Speaking of Hulu, Only Murders in the Building. That's coming up quick
with some new people.
Yeah, some new people.
Coming in August. I'll tell you what. I'll throw out if you got a minute. I'll throw out the documentary that I think will shock you, especially if you're a big Celine Dion fan. This is on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay.
It's called I Am Celine Dion, as we see her career and her rise, but also she takes us behind the scenes of this horrible disease that is robbing her of her career and of her life, and her honesty, and what she allows you to see on camera is shocking, beyond shocking, and will break your heart. I think it's a really good documentary. I'm at 3 waffles on the Celine Dion documentary on Amazon Prime.
All right, and that's on Amazon Prime. Okay, that's something to check. So you got a lot to watch. There's a lot going on here. So, all right, listen, anything to take your mind off last night. Anything. Okay, Willie, good stuff. Thanks, man. Enjoy the weekend.
I will beat you on the golf course. I have a 2 handicap. I'm ready to go.
Let's not be children.
The moment of the night. All right.
Have a great 4th of July, too.
Thank you, Willie. We'll talk next week. Willie Waffle. I think, I don't know that there's anybody, except for, this is the thing that I will say, and I've got 10 seconds to say it. When Kamala Harris came out last night and just acted as if everything was great, I mean, that in itself raises eyebrows. News is next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome,
W295EI,
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
It's the morning after. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
He's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country.
159 presidential scholars voted him the worst president in the history of the United States of America.
And back and forth they went in the CNN presidential debate.
Our veterans and our soldiers can't stand this guy.
My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Biden and former President Trump sparred over the economy, wars overseas, illegal immigration, election integrity, and it got personal often. But much of the post-debate discussion is about President Biden's delivery, at times stammering, losing his train of thought. After one of those moments, former President Trump said,
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Fox's Aisha Hasni reports.
You could feel a meltdown happening in the spin room. Reporters were looking everywhere for Democrats to come in. There are 2 camps of Democrats that are emerging. On one end, there are Democrats who are very disappointed and very stunned by what happened. The other camp of Democrats are marching on towards November.
President Biden went to a Waffle House late after the debate and was asked if he had any concerns about his performance.
No, it's hard to debate a liar. New York Times pointed out he lied 26 times.
The president will hold a rally today in North Carolina. The former president will campaign in Virginia. The Supreme Court could issue the Trump immunity ruling this morning as justices finish this term with decisions today and Monday. The former Uvalde, Texas police chief, Pete Arredondo, indicted for child endangerment more than 2 years after the elementary school massacre.
An 18-year-old gunman opened fire on a 4th-grade classroom, killing 19 students and 2 teachers. Police did not engage the shooter for more than an hour. Arredondo was the on-scene commander and later admitted he decided not to try and neutralize the shooter immediately. A report by the Justice Department found leadership failures.
Fox's Jack Callahan. America's listening to Fox News.
Your pet isn't just a pet,
They're part of your family. Most of the pet food on the market is cooked at high temperatures, which kills nutrients. A scoop of Dynovite is a 3-in-1 daily supplement, adding back key nutrients to your pup's health. Try Dynovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. That's dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
If you've got a military, first responder, or government service background, GovX.com is for you. You stepped up to serve our country and communities, and GovX delivers unbeatable deals that you've earned. GovX.com is the only site built exclusively to honor your service. Members save on thousands of trusted brands, tickets, travel, and more. See if you qualify. Visit GovX.com and join for free today. Use code RADIO15 in the shopping cart to get an extra $15 off your first order. GovX, savings for those who serve.
Well, the presidential debate was a big deal here 4 months before the election. They're voting today in Iran in an election a month after President Ibrahim Raisi was killed in a helicopter crash.
An election, yes, but not a fully free vote. All 4 candidates had to be approved by the Islamic Republic's Guardian Council, so don't expect a radical shift in Iran's direction. There is one reformist on the ballot sheet, however. Masoud Pezeshkian stands out for his desire to restore the Obama-era nuclear agreement. The United States has in fact been brought up repeatedly during the campaign. Denounced by former Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini as the Great Satan, potential negotiations with the US are seen as key to Iran's future. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Russia's upset at the U.S. again over the war in Ukraine. The defense minister ordering a response to American reconnaissance drone flights over the Black Sea, saying they increase the risk of direct Russia and NATO confrontation. On Wall Street, stock futures rising after modest gains yesterday. The Dow rose 36, the NASDAQ up 53. The NBA draft is over, and all the attention in round 2 yesterday was on one player.
Bronny James, the son of Lakers star LeBron James, was selected by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 55th pick of the NBA draft on Thursday. Bronny spent just 1 year with the USC Trojans, where he averaged nearly 5 points and 3 rebounds and just over 2 assists per game in 25 games played. He suffered a cardiac arrest episode in July of last year, which was caused by a congenital heart defect, and did not make his college debut until December. LeBron James has until June 29th to decide whether he will opt into the final year of his deal with the Lakers or become a free agent. The Lakers hired J.J. Redick on Monday as their next head coach, following the firing of Darvin Ham in May. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
Tonight it's hockey's turn. The NHL draft begins with round 1. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time. 7:05. I'm Andrew Domenio. This update brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. We're at 50 degrees under sunny skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. An Oswego County man is currently behind bars after being accused of stalking several women. According to authorities, 38-year-old Joseph McCod would follow the victims to their homes and also their jobs. He was taken into custody earlier this week and is facing charges including harassment, stalking, and child endangerment. Anyone who has been in contact with him is asked to come forward. 2 Utica men were arrested on robbery charges. According to Utica police, officers were called to the 1300 block of Oneida Street for a reported robbery. Upon speaking with the victim, police learned 2 men accosted the victim and demanded he hand over his property. The men attacked the victim when he refused, knocking him to the ground and punching him before making off with his cell phone and other valuables. Police later identified the thieves as 26-year-old Shalik Palmer and 30-year-old Devin Walker of Utica. Both were charged with robbery in the second degree. 22nd District Congressman Brandon Williams is already on the attack against State Senator John Mannion, who won Tuesday's primary. Williams accused Mannion of being a, quote, Albany insider who has spent his political career siding with far-left radicals, end quote. Williams said the 22nd District will reject a career politician like Mannion. As for Mannion, he said he will run a positive campaign. Meanwhile, Cook Political Report, which is an apolitical think tank, said Williams is most at risk Republican of losing his seat in the upcoming election. Vibecession is the term being used to characterize the disconnect between the economy's overall strength and its perceived weakness among consumers. According to TransUnion, concerns about inflation and interest rates are now at a 2-year high. The Consumer Price Index increased 3.3% in May relative to a year earlier. Prices are still rising. They're just growing at a slower pace than they had been. Higher inflation, coupled with Federal Reserve's 11 rate hikes since 2022, have hit working-class Americans particularly hard. And we are just a few days away from the Caesar salad turning 100 years old. On July 4th, the Caesar salad was invented by an Italian chef in Mexico, of all places, on an American holiday a century ago. Cesar Cardini, who lived in San Diego, opened his restaurant at Caesar's in Tijuana the year before to avoid prohibition in the U.S. While running low on supplies over the especially busy holiday, Caesar threw together what he had left, put it over lettuce, and made it tableside, inventing the Caesar salad we enjoy worldwide today. And who doesn't love a good Caesar salad, especially at a steakhouse?
Do you add the anchovies?
I do not.
Yeah,
I know
do.
some people who do.
And you need the anchovies in it to make the dressing, too.
Yeah, that's the thing is, obviously,
And then
I like the dressing.
I like the strips on top.
Yeah, no, I can't do
Yeah.
it.
You know, the old Alexander Hamilton Inn, they used to come tableside and make it for you tableside.
there.
And it was
Yeah.
incredible. Love that place.
Yeah, love a good Caesar. It is 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Wheelock Disposal, local, reliable, affordable trash service.
Here's the latest from WIBX Weather Center today. Partly cloudy, plenty of sunshine, high 76. Tonight, expect cloudy skies with rain developing after midnight and a low of 62 degrees. Tomorrow, thunderstorms possible during the day, periods of rain in the high of 75, and then thunderstorms at night, tomorrow night, with a low of 55. On Sunday, for a few clouds, some sunshine, a high of 75. That's the latest. I'm Mike Johnson for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're about 50 degrees, sunny skies. It's 7:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors.
Are you going to open sports with the winner of the driving contest on the golf course?
Well, I don't know who it is, but apparently Trump has won 2 club champions this year.
All I know is Trump has driven. Biden is still on his way out.
He's still getting out of the cart. Just as embarrassing as the debate last night are the New York Yankees. And, our favorite local defense attorney came to my defense yesterday in sharing his thoughts about the New York Yankees, and they are terrible. They're awful, predictable. They've gone from probably the best team in the league to probably the worst. They are probably the worst team in Major League Baseball. They lost to the Blue Jays, who I think were 32-46 going in, or somewhere along that line going into the game.
You have a team that is struggling. Records mean nothing.
Struggling?
Yes.
You're being generous.
Records don't mean anything.
The Blue Jays opened their 4-game set against the Yankees with a 9-2 victory at Rogers Center. Carlos Rodon was tagged with his 5th loss of the year after allowing 8 runs in the top of the first.
And you know what's interesting, too, with Judge? He can hit all the home runs he wants. Solo home runs can't beat 14 runs or 7 runs.
And what's
going
to happen, and this is something that our favorite defense attorney said, and I agree, and I've said it before myself, what teams are going to start doing, I'm just going to walk Volpe, walk Soto, and walk Judge.
The Mets the other night should have walked Judge. Instead of giving up, they should have walked in a run.
Because what's 4 through 9 going to do?
Yeah, that was in the first game when bases were loaded. And Judge came in and hit the grand slam, and they lose, 9-7 was the final?
Mm-hmm.
They should have walked Judge.
And my biggest concern here, and this is going to be a reality, I'm telling you right now.
Okay, they're all going to
Juan Soto is going to look at what's going on. He's going to look at what a terrible manager Boone is. He's going to look what an awful situation it is. He's going to say, I'm not staying here next year. Bye-bye, and he's going to go somewhere else.
Juan Soto's going to look at the money.
Well,
I'm telling you, which is why Juan Soto is also going to be a Met.
He is not
okay. All right. You're right.
Actually, you know what? For today, actually after last night, I think he may, whether it's the Mets or the Miami Marlins.
The Mets have the money.
He's going to go somewhere else.
The money to spend. All right. What else is out there? Anything else?
Speaking of the Mets, they're hoping to stay hot. I hope. You know what I was saying? I hope Grimace has to come to the Yankee Stadium and throw out the first pitch because that's really what kicked it off for them.
Here is tonight the
Astros.
The Mets open a 3-game
set against the Astros. Yes. They're at an even 500.
Okay.
And this is a big story.
Let me tell you something. The fact that they're at 500 and here we aren't out of June is shocking. It just shows you how good of a month they had. Now, the Mets seem to go in months. I'm worried about July. We'll see what happens. So, all right, move on.
And then I'll just give you one more. This is a crazy story. The NFL is being ordered to pay almost $5 billion in damages after being ruled to have violated antitrust laws. A jury in the U.S. District Court found that the league conspired with DirecTV and other network partners to increase the price of the NFL Sunday ticket package from the 2011 through 2022 seasons. The NFL plans to appeal the verdict, but it could mean if you were a subscriber to the NFL ticket from 2011 to 22, you may get some money.
Yesterday, Andrew and I met up with Tim and Reed from Liberty Affordable Housing, and we toured the Obelston.
Wow.
That's all I gotta say it right?
The Obelston.
Obelston.
Yeah.
And, that used to be a luxury housing.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Back
the
in the day.
largest, I think, from New York to Buffalo, it was the largest apartment building. And I can't believe how they restored it. It's almost done. They're taking applications right now. Somebody had said a couple of days ago, we said you and I were going to go to tour this, and they said it's probably going to be nice, but it's going to go right back to where it was. I do not agree. I don't think so. That was managed by an absentee landlord. This will not be the case. And this is more of a middle America offering here. And the hot thing has been loft apartments. So this is that next step. It's more affordable, but you're getting some beautiful apartments that have all been restored. Every room, it is, and what it used to look like and what it looks like today is shocking. I was so impressed.
The most telling part was when Tim was mentioning to us the reaction from Utica Fire Department, who went in to look at the basement. And
they were
he was saying you could
there.
almost see the smiles on their faces because of the difference.
They were nervous about going into that building, and how they have done an incredible job of just restoring it, and it's on the registry, the historic and
some of the stuff they had to do, I'd imagine, is very costly. Like each of the ceilings in all of the apartments are plaster, and they have a curved look to them.
Not
and
a
they
curved
had to
look. They are curved.
Yeah, they're like
it's almost like
curved,
a wave. And everything had to be put back to the way it was.
Right.
And that was pretty impressive.
So for them to have to pay somebody to do that plaster work and make it look like that again, wow.
It was beautiful. So we'll have a story up. We'll show you photos of it later on today. On the line right now, Ryan Schmelz. Ryan, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I want to tell you my interpretation of last night's debate. I think Biden clearly was the winner. I thought he whooped him. I really think he whooped him. He was sharp. I thought he was sharp, especially as the night went on. He got sharper and sharper. What do you think?
Well, he did. We do hear a lot that he did improve as the night went on.
Yes, but from where point?
According to Kamala Harris.
And Kevin Walling, a good friend here, used to work at in the Biden administration, thought the same way. But by the end of the night, he was not exactly, saying that President Biden had a comeback worthy of the Boston Red Sox over the New York Yankees. He was more just like, okay, he was less painful as the night went on. It was still a debate performance where everyone's going to be asking, okay, can he really be the nominee after that?
Oh, I completely and let them ask. We'll answer no. I don't know how he can be. And, how he could be the nominee. And we were talking earlier about a listener reminding us how it used to be. And we really wouldn't pick the candidate until you got to the convention.
Yeah.
So there's still time. History shows there's time, but there is no. And here's the worst part. I think that for Democrats, Kamala Harris is less popular than Biden. So, and how'd you like to be her last night? Here she is, the next in line. And here you have all these high-level Democrats, the ones who apparently have the ear of and make the decisions, the ear of Biden. But they aren't even considering her. They're like, who are we going to get?
Yeah,
like,
right.
hello, you got a vice president there.
She
but
shouldn't even have come out.
If I were her, I wouldn't have come out last night. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. I need to kind of get a roundup of what the reaction was to how Harris handled those questions yesterday. I mean, it was a gutsy move, going in front of national TV, and not in a recorded interview either, a live interview late at night, right after an incident happened that was very tough for your president and your party's nominee, and she was taking those questions from two different networks. So, we'll have to see what the readout is on that. But, I think there have been some who said, okay, well, for a long time, Kamala Harris has been kind of left in the dark, kept in the dark. She does public events every once in a while, but, might not be used in a public fashion as much as maybe the president could have been using her.
Yeah.
I think we could start seeing her role on the campaign trail and just in the presidency in general a whole lot more. And of course, the questions are going to start to swirl about her potentially now becoming the nominee. I mean, we still don't know if this is going to lead to President Biden stepping down or not. We don't have any credible reporting to say that is what's being discussed. But those rumors are now going to swirl like crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was discussed last night. I mean,
there was a lot of people, Ryan, that came out.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it was discussed by top Democrat strategists last night after that debate. And to see that alone was unbelievable. Like we've never seen anything like that before. I mean, maybe during Nixon, where the party finally decided, all right, we've got to move on, and they probably were more critical than Democrats of Nixon. Maybe that would be a comparison, but man, I expected the minute it ended for them, Ryan, to come out and all the Democrats there on that panel on CNN to just start saying, well, that was not bad. But it was just the opposite. That was pretty shocking for me.
Yeah, well, there's two things that are happening right now. There's one good thing that's going for Democrats after this, and there's one bad thing. The good thing is that this was a abnormally early debate. We haven't even gotten to the conventions yet. So Democrats have time to reevaluate this situation and decide, okay, and President Biden can either prove that this was just a one-off and that he does have the chops to be president still, or they can potentially go in a different direction. They still have time to do that. They'd be able to have enough time to replace him with somebody that's not the vice president. It might be a little bit more difficult because we are still late in the process when it comes to that.
And who would it be? And who would it be? Who would it be?
Gavin Newsom's name's been floated around. Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, and Newsom actually just shot this down yesterday. He was very defensive of President Biden the way that Harris was yesterday in front of the press. So, but I say the bad thing for Democrats right now is that the House has votes on a Friday, which is not always the case, and so a lot of these Democrats are going to be walking in here around between 10, 11, 12 Eastern time, and they've got a lot of questions to answer.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. You're going to get some who are going, because I'm assuming from the top down, they're going to be like, all right, here are your talking points. Here's what you need to say. You got to follow what Kamala Harris said. But there will be some Democrats who are going to come out and
screw that.
I expect, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I expect defectors today. And that is really, I think that's the anticipation, right? What's going to happen?
Yeah, there could be. Hey, we don't know. It's going to be hard. Probably one of the few statements we saw yesterday that was truly negative from a sitting member of Congress was New York's Richie Torres, who just said it was safe for the country. So
think about that.
Not exactly a call to that's not a call to replace Biden, but I think it's an acknowledgement that the debate performance was a massive disappointment. And of course, Democrats will probably try to spin this in many ways to talk about the performance of Donald Trump, because his performance had its flaws too. And there was a number of things that he said that were misleading or flat out lies. He certainly had some insults in there that, might turn people off, but, it's just not being talked about that much because President Biden's performance was just so eye-popping.
He stole the show, if you will, and not the way you would expect. I do feel the same as that congressman. I feel like pray for this country. This is a very scary time in the world, and we're in this position. That is pretty darn scary.
I had a Biden voter I was talking to yesterday who was just very, very just upset by the whole situation, because this person, there's no way in heck they're voting for Trump. And they just saw, this is probably the first time they truly saw the idea of a Trump presidency happening again. I think there was always that hope that President Biden was still going to pull through with this, I'm not saying he can't still, but this is probably the scariest moment, at least for Biden voters, that they've seen in some time.
Here's a debate I wanted to throw out there that might be an interesting debate, probably a fair debate. What if Biden and McConnell were to debate? That might be, that might be interesting, because that's kind of what that's how I would compare Biden to where Mitch McConnell is right now. I'm sure Biden's mind is when he can gather the thoughts and put them in order to be able to say them, which didn't seem to be last night. I'm sure he still has the mind that he had. I guess making excuses for him, but as Mitch McConnell does. But when you're facing, it seems like serious medical decline, this is not the place to be in the spotlight like this. I just can't imagine it.
Well, and two, there's a lot here. We don't know what's going to happen next. I'll say this on President McConnell. He hasn't had a moment in a while.
He has
not. The freezing
You're
incidents came after he recovered from that concussion, and his doctors had said he was still recovering from the concussion when most of those incidents happened. But he hasn't really had a bad moment in a long time, and he's still taking a lot of questions. And he is on the way out, at least from a leadership position. He still has time in his Senate term, but if President Biden's reelected, he's got 4 more years. So that's
it cannot. I just last night it was my realization last night of it cannot be Biden. I don't know how in the world it possibly could be. But we'll see what happens. And, my take on it last night was shame on Democrats for putting this guy in this position and not stepping up before and reading the tea leaves and saying, all right, listen, we will not have our support. Remember, Nixon probably would have kept going had Republicans not walked to his Oval Office and said, you can't, and if you do, you will not be successful because we don't have your back anymore. And Democrats could have done that in this case, and they chose to be like, well, let's roll the dice.
Let's see
here.
what happens.
Yeah. Oof, bad. All right. Well, did you expect that last night, Ryan? I'll leave you with this question. Did you expect what happened last night?
I went into it thinking that this could be bad for either candidate. I really didn't know who was going to show up, who wasn't, and what version of Biden, what version of Trump are going to show up. But for it to be the reaction to be the way it is today, I don't think I ever saw it being to this level.
Yeah. And what a decline since the State of the Union.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and it's completely different. Next day, State of the Union, Democrats were excited. They felt President Biden greatly exceeded his expectations. There were accusations of President Biden being hopped up on Adderall and other things, and that was kind of the argument people were making for why he did a good job. And now it's just that it's not the case. That's just it's
not
a
even close.
different reaction.
Yeah. All right, Ryan. Interesting conversation. This day will be remembered forever. Remember that. I mean, last night will be remembered through history. So you witnessed history last night. Ryan Schmelz, as always, thank you. Not good history either. As always, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Hey, you too. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. Ryan Schmelz. Big Yankees fan. Oh no, he's not. He likes
the Dirty Birds.
He's the Orioles. All right, hold on. We have to break, and coming up, we'll do Hobucka's free money question of the day. We'll get my mom in there and do Londro Lottery. Before taking a hiatus, a bit of a 4th of July hiatus. Dr. Shomolewski coming up in a few. We'll speak with Doc from the Falcon Clinic, and we'll do that. And there's so much to do, and then some. So stand by. Coming right back at WIBX.
How would you like to finally lose all those unwanted pounds quickly without spending thousands on painful injections or prescriptions? Hi, it's Donna Simpson, health and wellness expert. You probably know someone that is using Ozempic, the hottest diet craze in the country. Everyone knows about this prescription injection. Celebs use it to look their best. The problem is most of us can't afford Ozempic, and these injections can be so uncomfortable. Now you can lose the weight just as easily, but with no needles, no expensive prices, no side effects, and no worries. You need to try Lozempic, a new miracle weight loss breakthrough that performs so well it's been called nature's Ozempic. Lozempic is an easy-to-take diet pill now available without a prescription, being used by thousands to get rid of those unwanted pounds. So call now and find out how to get a free bottle.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Lozempic, call 800-686-2430, 800-686-2430. Free bottles for limited time, so call 800-686-2430. That's 800-686-2430.
Say hello to Lumi, the whole-body deodorant developed with your whole body in mind. Pits, privates, and beyond. It's outrageously effective and clinically proven to block odor all day, anywhere you have body odor and wish you didn't, and keeps controlling odor up to 72 hours. Lumi is different. Developed by an OBGYN, Lumi goes beyond masking odor to control body odor in a way certain other deodorants and soap don't. Start controlling body odor everywhere, not just armpits. Experience whole-body freshness from Lumi Whole Body Deodorant today. Go to LumiDeodorant.com to be the best-smelling you of all time. There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 203 and get 15% off your first purchase with code 203. Like the Lumi Starter Pack, Acidified Body Wash, or new Lumi Plus Sweat Control. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 203 for 15% off your first purchase. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 203 to save 15% today. LumeDeodorant.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TURN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Only we have the Mattress Express brand name low price guarantee. If you purchase a mattress from us and see it advertised cheaper locally in the next 30 days, we simply refund the difference. Don't overpay for your next mattress. Come to Mattress Express.
Hi, this is Shalene with Northland Trailers located on River Road in Marcy. At Northland, we offer a full line of utility, snowmobile, enclosed, dump, and equipment trailers. We can also custom design a trailer to meet your specific needs. In addition to trailers, we have a full parts showroom, and we service what we sell. Our family business is proud to have been serving our community for over 4 decades. Northland Trailers is located right outside the city of Utica. So swing on down and let's talk towing.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Krispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Ricky Z says, it is possible to drive an award-winning Mazda with 0% APR financing. And you can see it right there for yourself at Steve Pawnee Mazda. Drive a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 SE model for only $285 a month on a 36-month lease. That's pretty amazing. Or you could save with 0% APR financing on select award-winning new 2024 Mazdas. See Steve Pawnee Mazda for details. And Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda. He puts people into vehicles that are the perfect vehicles for them. What you don't want to do is lure somebody into a deal that they can't handle. And
Right.
You'll never see that.
He's looking out for his customers.
Pawnee Mazda. They look out for their customers. He looks out for their customers. And as Rick always says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda, where it's always easy to do business. Steve Pawnee Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time. 7:33. I'm Andrew Derminio. 55 degrees under partly cloudy skies, making our way up to near 80 today. Your full weather forecast in minutes. This update brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. The man accused of suffocating a woman and leaving her body in a Syracuse park has faced a judge for the first time yesterday. 21-year-old John Chakagasi Ilbis was arraigned on a murder charge for his alleged role in the death of 21-year-old Jocelyn Tequiza. Prosecutors say after killing Tequiza, Chakagasi Ilbis put her body in a shallow grave at Lincoln Park June 18th. He told authorities he was under the influence of alcohol and does not remember anything. He's set to be in court again next week. The New York State Department of Health has announced the launch of a free HIV self-test campaign. The initiative is aimed at highlighting the importance of HIV self-testing to prevent the spread of the illness and other sexually transmitted diseases. Sign up can be done online, and eligible individuals will be emailed a discount code and instructions detailing how to get their free kit. Data shows there are tens of thousands of New Yorkers living with the disease on a daily basis. The oldest running drive-in movie theater in New York State is here in central New York, and it'll be opening for the 2024 season tonight. The Finger Lakes Drive-In is located in the Cayuga County community of Aurelius, which is about 15 minutes from Auburn. The entrance to the theater was closed off earlier this year due to a land dispute with the Cayuga Nation, but people will be able to get in this evening. The featured movies are If and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. You can find a full list of operating upstate New York drive-in movie theaters at our website. Just search in drive-in theaters at WIBX950.com.
I have a sports report for you.
Let's hear it.
Last night in the PGA tournament, at one point they actually left the microphones on right there on the green, right next to the. I believe this might have been on on the ninth hole. They left the mics live, and this is what it sounded like. Here we
I
go.
just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. By the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
But I have, you know how many...
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay,
let's not act like children.
President
Joe.
Trump, we're going to
21 Let's not act like children.
Specific concern.
Sir, would you like coffee with your oatmeal?
Oh,
my Lord Almighty! Did we just hear what we just heard?
Poor Dana Bash was like, can we not talk about golf?
You were right. The two CNN people did. I think
was
they did
very
a really
impressed.
good job.
Yes,
and I thought they were fair, and they probably were just looking like the rest of us, like jaws dropped on the floor, wondering what is going on. And the former president, he's won a club championship.
2 of them.
You got to be very smart to
Not
win
just
a club
the senior
championship.
one. Not just the senior one.
That's right. God, a couple of comments quickly, and then I'll break. We are now in a place where, Mike, where we have two candidates, two parties who despise each other. They both live in the same house, but celebrate if the other person's bedroom is on fire. It needs to stop to save the house. I agree.
Oh, the brilliance of
Rob,
Mike.
in the Valley. They replace Biden, then the GOP may need to replace Trump. I don't think he can win against anyone younger. And on Morning Joe thinks Biden may need to be replaced. Micah is still with him. That's interesting,
huge.
Wayne.
That's
At
huge.
the least, if Biden has to go to court over anything, he can say, I don't recall. And he'd be telling the truth. That's true. And then Scott... I want to take Scott just quickly. And Scott, I apologize because I only have a second. But good morning, Scott. Good morning.
Well, Bill, I wanted to call. I just heard, and I want to wish you all the luck. And I know you're a fighter, so I got great confidence in you, buddy.
Okay, well, listen, I appreciate that. And it's all going to be good. And, it'll all be good. Pretty excited.
I don't know. It just came out, though, when President Biden goes to big places like Disneyland, Secret Service kind of put like a lost child that they got in the police from the Secret Service in case
they got him on one of those leashes.
Please don't tell me that. I was just going to say, please don't go down the
find them wandering and stuff. Please
the leash
please
road.
The Secret Service.
Yeah, he's got a little lion backpack with a leash attached to it.
Just terrible.
Yes, you know that. But Bill, I know you guys are. I'll call back. We're 2 weeks away from Saratoga. So
okay.
We'll talk a little later on down the line.
How's
that?
2 weeks away? Wow.
2 weeks less than that, actually. July 11th.
Not the throw, not
just the opening of
just
regular
the opening.
season.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Could I just ask Scott a quick question?
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely.
Go ahead.
What's the general feeling about Judah Mintz not getting drafted?
Well, the problem we don't understand, at least I don't think he was going to get drafted, or he would have gone last year. In fact, he was highly more rated last year than this year. To stay in school, he probably could collect another quick $700,000.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hurry was, knowing that probably he wasn't going to get drafted and probably end up in the G League anyway. He could play at Syracuse for another 2 years and make close to $1 million.
Is he allowed to go back now, or now that he's?
That's a good question, Andrew. They changed the rules
because with the NIL, why not?
If he signed with an agent, he can't go back.
He can't. Okay.
No. Okay.
All right, Scott. We'll talk again. Thank you for the kind words there. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Scott.
Oh, you want to hear it again? No, you don't. Can't play that again. Talking about the Biden thing. I can't get it to play anyway.
I would
the
honestly
Biden-Trump golf thing.
I would like to see that, but not regular
The
golf.
two of them.
I'd like them to go to putt-putt.
Let's do Habakkuk's free money
with the big clown at the end. Like Glacamora used to have.
You win a free ice cream cone.
Yeah. Let's do the free money question of the day. It's a chance for you to win. How much today, Davey?
And we could hold it right up here at Palm Springs.
We
right
could.
up the road.
With
We can
cookies.
do a live
Finish off
broadcast
with some cookies. Yeah.
How much money today? What are we looking at?
250 smackers.
Wow. So that means Laundry Lottery is worth $125.
I had to reach down deep in the bag to get this.
I see that. Wow. So your chance to win is $350, $375. $375 in total you could win. Caller number...
I think we should let President Biden decide what caller, but I have more knowledge than him, so let's go with caller 6.
Okay, 6 caller. I think you do. All right, caller number 6 right now, 315-736-0186. And we'll do the contest with Hobica and WIBX coming up next.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT, or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
My Carl's 4th of July sale is spectacular. All-American money-saving celebration filled with incredible furniture values. Low holiday prices. 2-piece sofa and love seats sets from $5.99. Reclining sofas from $4.99. Bedrooms as low as $5.99. Queen mattresses as low as just $1.99. I have hundreds of items in stock. Buy it today, have it today, or arrange fast delivery. Plus, all-American, no credit needed financing. Don't wait. Get to My Carl's 4th of July sale and save today.
Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting the work done. You know this business can be backbreaking. All the more reason to partner with someone who has your back, like Clinton Tractor and Ferris Commercial Mowers. Ferris is about helping you finish strong and feel good doing it, with patented suspension technology that allows you to mow faster and get more work done in comfort so you can feel good tomorrow. Visit Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
Attention. If your teen or preteen is or has been addicted to Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok and been treated for eating disorders, body image issues, anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts, you may be eligible to participate in a lawsuit for significant compensation. Text POWER to 323232 for more information. Disclosures by multiple Facebook whistleblowers suggest Instagram knows their social media platform is highly addictive and causes eating disorders, body image issues, depression, and suicidal ideation, but have done little to stop it. If your family has been impacted by social media addiction, you could be eligible for significant compensation. Text POWER to 323232 if you'd like to discuss a lawsuit. Text POWER to 323232. Text the word POWER to 323232.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Motley Rice attorney Donald A. Migliori is responsible for this ad. Motley Rice, LLC is headquartered at 28 Bridgeside Boulevard, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, 29464.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, Davey, you got to get my mom on the line for Laundry Lottery. Don't forget that. All right, let's do Habaika's free money question of the day. A chance for you to win $250 from the Habaika Law Firm. And Ed is in New York Mills, ready to compete here this morning. Ed, good.
Hey, how you doing, Bill?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Good. By the way, portions of today's program brought to you by Daylight Donuts. Daylight Donuts with their matcha green tea latte. It's so good. Espresso, coffee, etc. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to need you.
Oh, I was going to get...
I don't know where you're going. Think you're going. Davey can do it. All right, Mr. Biden, sit back down in your chair. Locally owned and operated, the drive-thru is lightning fast. It's Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Okay, Ed, you're ready to go.
I hope so.
All right, you know the deal. You'll have 7 seconds to answer the question. Just 7 seconds. Right. If you don't think you know the answer, get one in, because a guess could be worth $250 for you. All right, here is your question. In the movie Back to the Future 2, what did Biff proclaim he hated? The line went, I hate blank. Ready, go.
Beer.
You're going to go with, you're right off the bat, you're going with beer?
Broccoli.
Lattes. I hate lattes.
No, he said broccoli.
Oh, broccoli. I hate broccoli. Well, let's go to the movie clip. Let us go to the movie clip. And boy, he just ripped that right out of your hand. Take the second chair in if you could. Right here, here's the movie clip. Here it is.
Bernard!
I hate manure. I did that for Ben Simons. I hate manure. All right. Well, listen, you lose there, but you still have a chance to win $125. Do you want to take a shot at playing Landro Lottery?
Yes, let's go for it.
All right, let's do it. What we ought to do is if somebody wins, we have to listen, we'll double your money.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That would be cool. We just keep changing the rules, don't we? Here is my mom on the line right now. Mom, good morning.
Good morning.
And Andrew, I'm going to tell you something just for the record.
Yes.
Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before, I got a call from my mother who said, "Oh my God, that game was terrible last night, wasn't it?" And I said, "I kind of liked it." Just so you know, my parents are huge Yankees fans.
Oh, Mrs. Keeler, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's difficult.
It's every game is. Well, it's going to change.
Yes, it is.
I love your optimism. You know what? I'm gonna listen to you there and take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun to watch if you're a Mets fan.
Listen, I'm a Mets fan. I'm loving it all.
Listen, Ed. We're gonna disconnect your line there if you keep it up there. Just hold on a second.
All right, Ed. The way it works, Mom, you can.
My brother Wayne.
You can, Mom, you can start the dryer now and get it rolling. Ed, you get a chance to pick for one number between 1 and 30. Which will it be?
And lucky number 7.
Number 7. All right, Mom. Let's hear the 3 numbers. Here we go.
Round and round they go. Where they stop, only Mrs. Keeler will know.
The good news is she pulls out 3, Ed. So you have a three times the chance to win here. We are looking for number 7 here.
Number 10.
Number 10.
15.
Okay.
And number 24.
Okay. All right, Ed. Well, listen, you gave it your best shot. We're going to give you the Food and Fun all-in-one card. It's a $25 gift card. It is yours. Mom, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay. All right.
Go
Thanks,
Yankees.
Go Yankees.
For my mom.
Let's go,
and Ed, stand by. Davey's going to hook you up. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
All right, Ed. In studio right now is Dr. Shemolinsky from the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
So I do have to ask you, did you watch any of the debate last night?
I watched all of it. Yeah.
Clinically, what is your opinion?
Well, normally I don't like to speak politics, you know, in public and stuff like that. So, but I will say this, that and that would be my honest opinion.
Okay. And he's staying away from it.
They took off his podium mic.
Smart move. That is very funny. It's the only time they left both mics on. They were arguing over golf. I really feel like they're like, wow, I really want to know what's going to happen.
I'm curious about that.
All right. Let's start with. I want to ask you a little bit in a second about the cancer that I have.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot. And I want to just get into it one more time so people know. And we'll get into it. But before we do, I know you wanted to talk about something that I got to tell you, this affects all of us, because when I have a really bad cold and I'm trying to convince the doctor that it is a sinus infection or an ear infection, and he does or she does need to give me an antibiotic, and they say no, there is a reason for that.
Right.
And talk about that. Are we still at a point where we're overusing or abusing antibiotics?
Well, we must be, because I can remember even 10 years ago getting a pamphlet from the CDC, and basically they said, doctors, please stop overusing the antibiotics. So this has been known for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And the reasons for it are many. One of them, you may not think it's so important, is just cost for some people.
Yeah.
All right. In a lot of different ways. The cost of the medication, but then the side effects and stuff there. There are people who will have simple things like maybe an upset stomach or a rash, something like that. But over 45 years of practice, I mean, I've seen a lot of different things and side effects for people. Some I've treated anaphylactic shock where people would die otherwise, you know.
Wow.
And then there are the different things like diarrhea syndromes, C. diff or Clostridium difficile bacteria, which is contagious, and then other things, VRE and all this other stuff, methicillin-resistant Staph aureus or MRSA, all these different things. In fact, it's gotten so bad that I remember listening to one infectious disease specialist, and she said, I really feel that we are now in the post-antibiotic era. There has been so much overuse of antibiotics, both in agriculture, okay, and also in the human population and so forth, that a lot of our antibiotics are starting to be almost useless.
And, we are seeing that when, and you've been around for a long time. Is it new, or has it always been around? Or is there an increase today? I constantly hear stories of someone going into the hospital, getting something, and they have to go through several antibiotics before they can get one to work.
Yeah.
Is that part of the problem?
I would say yes. There are different sources for people getting antibiotics when they're in the hospital.
Yeah.
Some of it is from the ventilation system. Some of it is from breaking protocol for sterility and stuff like that. And then other people bring things in from the outside and so forth. And then finally, I have to take my hats off to the housekeeping people in the hospitals and offices like our office. It is so important.
Keep it clean.
You got to keep the place clean, and don't break protocol for these bloodborne pathogens and so forth,
So using a Clorox wipe and cleaning everything down is a good thing.
Oh, I would think so.
Yeah.
But then your kids need to go out and play in the dirt too.
That is important.
Okay.
And are we using?
So it's kind of a balance
During
there.
COVID, we were using way too much antibiotic hand sanitizer.
Well, part of the
that
reason
wasn't antibiotic. That was more of an alcohol-based, probably.
Yeah, and antiseptic.
Yeah.
And but we've kind of grown up with this whole idea of cleanliness is next to godliness. I just remembered that now.
Yeah.
Well, God is everywhere. That means God's probably in the dirt as well.
Okay.
Talking about this, I'm reminded
a lot of dirty kids. When I remember growing up, there were a lot of dirty kids who were healthy.
Yeah.
A little dirt goes a long way. That's for sure. Yeah. There was a conference down in Long Island I went to some years ago, and it was an osteopathic conference, and there was one of the DOs there, and he was talking about all the different new antibiotics, and especially IV antibiotics, that they use for serious infections, the different pneumonias, meningitis, and abscess and stuff like that. And he gave a great talk. Well, then the next doctor that came up, Dr. Simon, probably a little older than I am now, but revered as a teacher, he said, what a great job talking about the antibiotics. It's great we have them and everything. I'm going to talk now about the immune system, because the immune system is the thing that keeps us away from those antibiotics. And he started talking about all these different things, starting from having a runny nose and the mucus and the discharge, blowing your nose, cleaning your nose with saline. I've talked about that before on the radio, okay? And have an occasional exposure to things like dirt and stuff like that. Not that you shouldn't wash and everything,
right.
But sometimes you can overdo things. You can shower, if it's not too hot, you can shower 2-3 times a day, and you're breaking your skin. You're opening up your immune system. Involves mucus, and involves your breathing apparatus, your skin, and everything. And then eventually on the internal part, we have our white blood cells and all these other things. So we really need to train our immune system and keep clean to a certain degree, but have exposure to a number of these different things build up an immune system.
We are over clean in the United States. When you look to like Europe and stuff, they tend to stink every once in a while. We just, we're now, I don't know if you've heard the commercial on this station, but 90 times a day where it's deodorant you can put anywhere on your body.
Right.
It's like, holy moly. All right. Anything further on this? Basically, we should don't blame your doctor when your doctor says, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you an antibiotic.
Yeah. Well, just like I think there's an overuse of narcotics, and an overuse on sleeping pills, because those can lead to dependency. I really do feel that there's an overabuse or use and dependence on antibiotics. We think that's going to cure everything.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the immune system, you guys know very well that our practice at the Falcon Clinic, it's a general medical practice, but the thing we like is the feather in our cap is it's an osteopathic medical practice. And what that means is we try to intervene both holistically, naturally, supplements, and then we do some hands-on treatments. I'll give you an example, like sinus problems, to open up the sinuses mechanically with our hands and our fingers and stuff to get proper drainage and stuff like that. And oh, by the way, I mean, if it seems like there's been a change in the color coming out of the nose and there's pressure over the sinuses, they have a low-grade fever, or it's a thing that's continued, do they need an antibiotic? Well, I would think yes.
Yeah,
there are. Yeah, and we write for antibiotics, but not every day for every little thing.
Chronic myeloid leukemia.
Yeah.
So first, I heard that I most likely had leukemia, which is scary. Then you go to Google, and it gets scarier.
Yeah.
And then people kept telling me, well, listen, there are different versions of this, and you know your white count is not that high, so sit tight. So I did a test, and turns out it is chronic myeloid leukemia, which could go to acute, and then to blast. You don't want to be at blast.
Like a blast crisis. Yep.
So this is an interesting disease, and somewhat, I think, about 3,000 people per year. But since the last 5 years, the last 20 years, there's a medicine that can allow you to live a normal life.
Yeah. Of course, part of my job is to interview people who have had intervention with other doctors and specialists, from actually around the world. And, in my 45 years, I saw some awful things having to do with cancer, leukemia, lymphoma, and not a pretty picture. I have to say, I hear a lot of really good stories with the latest medications. There are all kinds of different things. And by the way, some of the things they use immunomodulators, things that will strengthen or help your immune system there. Okay. So again, we're getting back to that whole osteopathic concept of the body's internal ability to heal. I've said this many times, with all the wonderful things that we have, all these drugs and cancer and surgery, they don't heal and they don't cure anything. They put us in a physiologic better position for our own body to heal. And so that's what they would be doing with leukemia. Okay.
So I was told that this will not cure you. You will always have it, the potential for it, but you might be able to go off the medicine for a little while, go back on it. Chances are I might have to be on this medicine for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But without this medicine, the outcome is not good.
Yeah.
So pretty wild.
Well,
it's been an interesting month, I will tell you that. So,
well, just like things like
I've got about 30 seconds. Just so you know.
Just like things like heart disease and stuff. We really don't know what triggers that or causes it. We think about lipids and all that. Same thing with leukemia. I mean, we have great drugs now, and I would suggest that you're probably going to live a nice, long, happy life. Okay.
Well, it depends if my wife wants me to. The happy part. So, I'm almost out of time, and I apologize because it takes it from us.
No, understand.
Falcon Clinic is in Washington Mills. Yep. Thank you, and I appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me on.
The time this morning.
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
It's not the debate Democrats hope to watch. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
You saw the greatest mismatch of a debate in the history of presidential debates.
House Speaker Mike Johnson just told Fox Democrats are rightly in a panic after the CNN presidential debate.
We're in a failing nation, but it's not going to be failing anymore. We're going to make it great again.
Middle class have been devastated by you. Now you want a new tax cut of $5 trillion over the next 10 years, which is going to fundamentally bankrupt the country.
Former President Trump and President Biden got into it on the economy, abortion, immigration, and more, and it got personal.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now.
But when he talks about a convicted felon, his son is a convicted felon.
And while Trump critics say fact checkers are having a field day with what he said last night, the big focus, as Fox's Aisha Hasni reports, is on the president, whose voice was strained and at times he stammered and stumbled.
Some Democrats were absolutely stunned by his performance, while others said that it was not good. I actually heard an audible gasp in the press room when it appeared that President Biden had sort of lost his train of thought.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
President Biden will hold a rally today in North Carolina. Former President Trump campaigns in Virginia. He is still awaiting Supreme Court decisions.
Trump v. U.S., a landmark immunity claim by former President Trump in his federal election interference trial, and a separate challenge to a federal law used to charge hundreds of defendants in January 6th cases.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. We will get more rulings from the Supreme Court in about 2 hours. And more also on Monday. America's listening to Fox News.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
If you've got a military, first responder, or government service background, GovX.com is for you. You stepped up to serve our country and communities, and GovX delivers unbeatable deals that you've earned. GovX.com is the only site built exclusively to honor your service. Members save on thousands of trusted brands, tickets, travel, and more. See if you qualify. Visit GovX.com and join for free today. Use code RADIO15 in the shopping cart to get an extra $15 off your first order. GovX. Savings for those who serve.
More than 2 years after a mass shooting at a Uvalde, Texas elementary school that left 19 students and 2 teachers dead, an indictment against Uvalde's now ex-police chief, Pete Arredondo, is charged with child endangerment. He was the on-scene commander in a controversially slow police response. It took more than an hour for law enforcement to get into the classroom and finally kill the gunman. In Ohio, a teenager accused of plotting a school shooting admits it.
Identified only by his initials, then 14-year-old A.B. was arrested in February after a schoolmate heard about a plan to attack the high school in the Cincinnati suburb of Mariemont. The Hamilton County prosecutor says the plan included shooting teachers and students, releasing a gas in the school, and kidnappings. In court Thursday morning, the teen pled guilty to a dozen counts of inducing panic to avoid being tried as an adult. His defense attorney argues A.B. has mental health challenges, is on the autism spectrum, and deserves treatment. At sentencing next month, he's likely to face confinement in a state juvenile facility until he's 21. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
Another tropical storm may be brewing in the Atlantic. If it forms in the next day or so, it will be called Beryl, but it is far off near the African coast. It'd be days before we would know if it's a threat to the U.S. Stocks could rise on Wall Street. Dow and NASDAQ futures both up this morning. The NBA draft is over, and a round 2 pick has overshadowed any from round 1. LeBron James' son.
With the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
On ESPN, history in the making in the NBA. No father and son have ever played in the league at the same time, let alone as teammates.
That's Fox's Jared Max. Now LeBron James has to decide in the next 2 days if he'll still be a Los Angeles Laker or be a free agent. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time. 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Right now, we are just over the 50-degree threshold, but making our way up to near 80 degrees today. It's actually 57 right now under sunny skies. Your full forecast in minutes. 2 Utica men were arrested on robbery charges According to Utica police, officers were called to the 1300 block of Oneida Street for a reported robbery. Upon speaking with the victim, police learned two men accosted the victim and demanded he hand over his property. The men attacked the victim when he refused, knocking him to the ground and punching him before making off with his cell phone and other valuables. Police later identified the thieves as 26-year-old Shalik Palmer and 30-year-old Devin Walker of Utica. Both were charged with robbery in the second degree. 22nd District Congressman Brandon Williams is already on the attack against State Senator John Mannion, who won Tuesday's primary. Williams accused Mannion of being, quote, an Albany insider who has spent his political career siding with far-left radicals, end quote. Williams said the 22nd District will reject a career politician like Mannion. As for Mannion, he said he will run a positive campaign. Meanwhile, Cook Political Report, which is an apolitical think tank, said Williams is most at risk as a Republican of losing his seat in the upcoming election. New York State was awarded $6 million and given it to the Mohawk Valley to improve walking and bicycling opportunities. Kirkland was awarded $1.5 million in federal transportation grants, which will assist in constructing a pedestrian bridge that will connect the Kirkland trails to a path in Clinton, as well as creating two trailheads and parking. Utica was awarded $4.6 million, and the money will reduce Broad Street to 2 lanes, down from 4. Mayor Mike Galimi said the street is home to several businesses that people can easily walk or bike to, and that will help increase foot traffic. The mayor is also considering connecting Culver Ave to the city's park system. And a new poll released says President Trump has taken the lead over Biden nationally, with all eyes on the first debate yesterday. A new Quinnipiac poll said 73% of voters will likely watch the debate, and this is old news. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
You could have almost predicted what was going to happen.
You
could read it the next day.
You could have. Yeah.
How about a little weather forecast? Speaking of predicting.
It's actually going to be a beautiful forecast, and it is brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica and Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Here's the latest from WIBX Weather Center. Today, partly cloudy, plenty of sunshine, high 76. Tonight, expect cloudy skies with rain developing after midnight and a low of 62 degrees. Tomorrow, thunderstorms possible during the day, periods of rain in the high of 75, and then thunderstorms at night, tomorrow night, with a low of 55. On Sunday, for a few clouds, some sunshine, a high of 75. That's the latest. I'm Mike Johnson for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 57 degrees under sunny skies. It's 8:08. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. Well, it was another embarrassing night for the New York Yankees. They're just plain awful. They opened their 4-game set against the Blue Jays. 9-2 was the final from Rogers Center. Carlos Rodon was tagged with his 5th loss of the season after allowing 8 runs on 10 hits over 5 innings pitched. Those 8 runs came in the first inning. Trent Grisham hit a 2-run shot as the Bronx Bombers are now tied for first in the AL East at 52-31. But Baltimore has the advantage. New York will look to snap their 4-game losing streak when they continue the series tonight. The Mets are hoping to stay hot. New York will be looking to extend their winning streak to 4 games when they begin a 3-game series against the Astros tonight at Citi Field. Veteran left-hander Jose Quintana is expected to make his 16th start of the season. He enters 3-5 with a 4.5 ERA and 58 strikeouts over 78-plus innings. The Mets are 3rd in the NL East at an even .500. Crazy story out of the NFL. If you were a DirecTV NFL ticket subscriber, you'll want to listen up. The NFL is being ordered to pay almost $5 billion in damages after being ruled to have violated antitrust laws. A jury in U.S. District Court found the league conspired with DirecTV and other network partners to increase the price of the NFL Sunday ticket package from 2011 through 2022. The NFL plans to appeal the verdict. If you're dealing with debilitating pain in your neck, back, knee, hip, maybe even neuropathy that you're dealing with, or in my case, foot and ankle pain, you have to try Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica. Dr. Tim Del Medico and his staff are excellent. They're great people. They care about you and getting you better the natural way. Revive Softwave is an FDA-cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free treatment for chronic pain, inflammation, and all joint issues. Their website's very valuable, reviveutica.com. You can book an appointment there. You can read the benefits of Softwave, look into a little bit of the research that went into developing this technology in Germany, and they have videos available of the treatment being conducted and testimonials from folks like Rob Esch, who is a Revive Softwave therapy patient. For me personally, I was dealing with foot and ankle pain, and after 6 treatments, my pain went from an 8 to a 0. I really enjoyed the treatment, and it worked for me. The Lakers, the Guardians, the Steelers, the Nets, the Giants, the Cubs, and Team USA in preparation for Paris using Revive Softwave. So if you have any questions, you can call them at 315-725-8427. Mention the Keeler Show and you'll get a significant discount on your initial consultation and treatment. 315-725-8427. Let the healing begin with Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica.
We have a bunch to get to this hour. Paul Buckley coming in. That's always a scary moment because you never know. You just never know what's coming out of his mouth. Paul is in. Also, we'll speak with the. Are you doing any? Have any plans to travel for the 4th of July holiday? We have an expert on that and how you can save a little bit of money and what are people doing. That and of course, I have some of the more memorable moments from the debate last night. I've got some audio that I can get in here too, and we'll talk about it. You want to pipe in on it? What is there to say? I think it's very seldom that you get I understand there are people, when you look at the polls, you have about half of them, a little more than half, say Trump won, and a little less than half say Biden won. But really deep down, Americans, I think we all are in agreement. Ooh, what a debacle last night.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. You want to pipe in? Feel free. 315-736-0186 at WIBX.
The Potting Shed Antiques in Whitesboro is buying silver, gold-filled, vintage costume, estate jewelry, and U.S. and Canadian coins. They've been your hometown buyer for the past 52 years. While other gold and silver buyers claim to offer the highest prices, the Potting Shed Antiques actually delivers. Let Don Hartman take a look at your individual pieces or your entire collection. The Potting Shed Antiques, open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Please call ahead for an appointment. Visit thepottingshedsantique.com.
Brunch at Babes is the only way to spend your weekend. Bottomless mimosas, Bloody Mary flights, classic breakfasts, and some new instant classics. Boozy brunch at Babes Saturday and Sundays from 9 to 2. Breakfast quesadillas, loaded avocado toast. Babes is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with boozy brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit us at babesutica.com.
Making my way straight to Babes.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like, 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Let's face it, life can just get messy. John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation will take care of it for you. If you need help with clearing out your home or commercial building, John's Cleanouts will handle it. We understand sometimes it's more than just a cleanout, it's an accumulation of someone's life. We go the extra mile to do the job with integrity, and we're fully insured in the industry. Call John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation today and take the stress out of your mess.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo, Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited to introduce more fantastic new businesses that have recently become a part of our thriving community. Here in Utica, we're not just growing, we are flourishing. Be sure to support our new businesses and our local economy.
Air City Cannabis, 17070 Riscany Street West, Utica. Renegade Boxing, 310 Broad Street, Utica. Gold Mine 2, 4662 Commercial Drive, New Hartford.
Please join the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce in welcoming these new businesses. Here we grow again.
There's an issue cutting through the bipartisan bickering in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass us by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan.
Their jaws are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier, and why they seem more youthful even as they age.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend using 50 years of nutritional research and experience, helping dogs make incredible turnarounds. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Krispies, their wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, listen, this weekend if you get a chance, check out Sold in upstate New York. It's an all-new real estate TV show, and you can actually go online right now and check it out. Latest episode, I love the whole thing about trying out the sprayer from Fountainhead Group. The DeWalt sprayer, it's really good. And it's a home thing. It's a home item that you have around your home. So it's things to help you improve your home, tips on how you can sell, how you can improve the value of your home, houses that are for sale, houses that have sold. It's called Sold in upstate New York. You can search for it on YouTube or watch it on WPNY tomorrow at 2 p.m. or Fox 33 on Sundays at 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. In studio right now, another person who has a TV show, your show, City Limits, Paul Buckley.
Sundays at noon and 7 p.m.
What was that again?
Sundays at noon on Channel 7 and Channel 7, Channel 12.
Okay.
And you mentioned earlier about the Obelson. The Obelson is on this month's show. So this month's show ends on Sunday. So if you want to see the inside of the Obelson before they're renovated, it's absolutely disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting.
It was awful. I'm doing a story on it, too. I'll link to your
Can you believe how nice it looks?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's just like high-end
Bill
apartments.
and I were stunned.
Yeah, it's like high-end apartments from
Everybody's got the split units with the heat and air. And that's kind of nice.
And you have the balconies that I mean, I was shocked how beautiful it is.
I know. It's absolutely lovely.
I
don't think it looked that good when it was brand new years ago, but the 1800s when they had a fire which decimated the whole thing.
Yeah,
and they rebuilt it. But it's a beautiful building.
I think
now.
the people on the outside, they were telling us yesterday.
The faces on the front.
So they have these faces on the side of the building.
Yes,
they are in memory of the people who died in that fire. Yeah.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
And then they have the owl for the ladies of the night.
The owl is the
ladies of the night. Now, embellish on that one. I mean, are we talking about hookers?
In the 1800s,
the 1099 employees.
In the 1800s, it basically meant brothel.
Oh, okay.
So there was kind of
a
brothel floor there too, years ago.
Damn, the good old days.
The good old days. Back when DeShavio's was still open next to the Stanley.
And Henry's Pancake House too.
Okay, who are we introducing here today?
So I'm here on a serious note.
Oh,
Connor Coe's a friend of my daughter's and friend of mine, and there's a lot of friends of everybody. But he's got this foundation he talked to me about yesterday, and it hit me immediately how good it was. And so I got on board. I said, let's do this. I said, I'm doing the media package with the media blitz with Connor, and he followed me down here today, and he said I almost lost him a couple of times, but he just can't. He drives like an old lady. But anyway, he's going to tell you all about this thing. And my wife heard about it, gave him a check immediately.
Nice.
So Connor Coe, take it away, my man. Take it away.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. So this is this is a real good deed. So tell everybody all about it.
Yeah. So the nonprofit's called City Cleats. I'll give you a little background on myself. I've been coaching at Proctor football for about a decade.
Okay.
And something I noticed like every year was our kids didn't have cleats. So we still do have a box with old cleats in it. So we'd go through the locker room and we'd grab cleats at the end of the year and throw them in there. So it bothered me that these kids didn't have cleats. So we started this foundation called City Cleats. And essentially, we're just raising money and we're gonna buy cleats for not only Proctor, but 5 inner city high school football teams this fall.
Wow,
that's awesome.
So Proctor's one of them, 2 out in Syracuse, Henniger and Corcoran, and then 2 out in the Buffalo City School District, and they're all high poverty schools.
So what brings you to those schools? I understand the Proctor thing. How do you connect with Syracuse and Buffalo?
Yeah, so we put in metrics. We said that the school district had to have at least 4,000 students.
Okay.
And they had to have economically disadvantaged kids over 75%.
Okay.
So they all fit it. There's about 21 schools upstate that actually fit that criteria. Obviously, we'd love to do all 21, but we had to kind of choose.
Sure, yeah.
I knew the coach from Corcoran, and Henniger was they were like 85% economically disadvantaged.
Well, you think about what it means to these student athletes to have that's the biggest part of their year, and sometimes that's the only thing they really have to look forward to is playing in the season.
I had a conversation with Mr. Holbeika just recently about this, and how important it is in Utica to have sports be strong.
Yeah,
because it's the one thing that even the coolest kid who may have gone the wrong way, it's the one thing that kid can be identify with.
Sure.
It's family.
It is the one thing that can get the kids off the streets.
Yep.
And, for God's sakes, guns out of their hands and all that. I mean,
no doubt.
This is here's our opportunity. It's athletics, it's sports. And
what's cool
can you imagine these kids don't have the wherewithal, the money to be able to, because when we played, what happened when your parents immediately took you to the sports store,
or the districts had the money to provide
that's
equipment.
That's possible too,
which doesn't happen anymore.
You've got a lot of untapped talent out there because they have their lack of equipment. So you give a kid a pair of shoes, boom, we got a star.
We have kids playing with sneakers.
Wow.
So with a 501c3 status, do you have deals with different sports suppliers that you can get these cleats at a discounted rate?
We're working with BSN Sports, which is a big retail sports company. We're working with the Syracuse rep, who's actually the head coach at CNS and was my coach in college at Hobart.
Okay.
So it worked out perfect. So they're giving us a good deal on the cleats. But our hopes is to, partner with someone down the road who could essentially give them for free or very cheap. So that's the goal down the road.
All right. How can people help out? What can people do?
So they can go right to our website, citycleats.com. You can donate there. If you're a local business, you can reach out to me. You can send me an email. My email is connor@citycleats.com. We're raising money for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and we're going to put the order in, and then we're going to deliver the cleats. So.
Okay.
Connor, are you collecting money donations in Syracuse areas too?
Yes. Yep. Syracuse area. I have 2 partners with me who's doing it. One lives out in Buffalo, and one went to Union College.
Okay. All right.
So he's collecting money out there, raising money out there for the 2 schools we're doing in Buffalo.
So you played at Hobart.
I did. Yes.
That's cool. You're a Proctor grad?
I'm a Notre Dame grad.
Notre Dame grad. Okay.
Yes.
And you played at Hobart, and that went really well.
Yeah, it was awesome. Best time of my life.
To be able to play college football, it really is incredible, because to be able to play college football it's rare.
Yeah. Especially the D3 level is tough, because you really got to love it.
Yeah.
Because you're paying to go to school. And you're still getting your ass kicked all the time.
And you don't have the luxury. I mean, D1,
Right. Those guys are living the life.
They're living the life.
They're not even going to school. Yeah. They're not even going to classes as D1 players.
Right.
Where D3, you're still, I mean, you're in the grind.
Sure.
And but what a great thing to be able to, even, as you get a little bit older, to be able to play football. And now you're coaching and all that, and you get to help
taught me
other
a lot.
kids. So,
taught me a lot about, being accountable and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So.
And you agree that, we're seeing all this youth violence.
Yeah.
The answer's right in front of us. It's sports.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, it's we always kind of say, like, the kids are at practice, let's say, 15 hours a week. That's 15 hours they're not running around the streets.
Yeah.
That's why COVID really, when they shut the schools down,
it hurt.
for us, really hurt.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Paul, you want to add something?
Well, I was going to say, we were talking in the green room, and that's why I gave my wife's check, and we were talking about expanding. I mean, there's soccer, there's track, there's basketball, there's other footwear that athletes need.
Well, track, you got to have you got to have the right.
Yeah. No one's really doing it. So that's why we did it. There's no one who's doing like team cleats like this anywhere.
Yeah.
So but I got the call from him yesterday, and it floored me.
Nice.
That's why I texted you immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's very important. I think it's these kids will teach them respect, responsibility that they may not be getting at home. So it's really. I know this sounds strange coming out of my mouth, but
it does. I was going to ask you, with the shirt on that you're wearing, has anyone ever called you Rico Suave?
Yeah, Dana's actually saying, "What on earth is Paul wearing?" I think it's a lovely shirt.
Lava Lager. Is that a real beer?
No, it's just one of my Hawaiian shirts. One of my many Hawaiian shirts.
I like Hawaiian shirts.
They're very comfy. Very comfy.
Very, very nice.
And it's a statement.
It is a statement. It's
suspenders and Hawaiians. That's how Paul rolls.
It's a statement.
Exactly.
The statement is, "I'm here. I'm ready to party."
And I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. All right, guys. Again, the website is citycleats.com.
Yes.
Where you can give right there online.
Correct.
Yep. All right, that's good. This is a great program.
Isn't it?
It is freaking sad that we have to have a program like this.
Yep.
But it's a great program.
Yeah.
Nice job.
We're excited. Thank you.
Don't you want to talk about the debate last night?
No. Can you?
Yeah, what's your handicap?
Listen, hold on.
I was watching on Comedy Central.
Hold on, everybody. I want to play you. Now, I'm going to tell you, I understand this clip is indicative of last night, and I do think that Trump came off very much younger than I can't believe it.
Yes.
However, and in the very beginning, Andrew and I talked about this. In the very beginning, it seemed like, I got to say, Trump is under. They have him under control. He is acting, and then all hell broke loose. Millions of this, billions of that, the worst ever, all that crap all came out.
They took the leash off him.
And meanwhile, they didn't take the leash off him. He just did it himself.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
So, and I know you'll hate this, but the lies that came out of his mouth, the falsities, the things that aren't true. Meanwhile, his opponent is running the country, and he's sleeping over there in the corner. This was awful.
Did you see the footage of Jill taking him off the stage?
I saw.
It's pathetic.
I saw it live.
Poor guy. I feel sorry.
Yeah,
for
I
him.
saw it live afterwards. There was like an after party, and they had some DJ up there, and it's like Biden just kind of standing there. And the other thing is, like, can you imagine if somebody just walked up and said, "Boo"?
You wouldn't want to be around for your nose.
I don't know what would.
Well, it all depends, Andrew.
But listen to this. This is the.
I think I know what you're going to play.
This is the golf.
Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports said this is how the presidential race should be decided right here.
This is It is McDonald's almost every day in the corner. A group of retirees who are far more competent than this, drinking their coffee, arguing over politics, and at some point it always ends up arguing over their golf game.
Yeah.
And here it is. Check it out.
I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. By the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
But I have, how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Hey,
let's not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to...
Tonight on NBC, it's Grumpy Old Men, too.
Grumpier.
Oh, my God.
That's sad. It's absolutely sad.
This is the strongest, most powerful nation in the world, the greatest nation in the world, and we are...
In trouble.
I love that the biggest lie of all was that he was a 6 handicap.
I don't know if there's any truth, but I'm hearing Connor Kof has also started a campaign. It's called WeNeedTwoNewCandidates.com. And wow.
Taking donations now.
It is CityCleats.com. Give to this. It might take your mind off everything else. Okay, guys, enjoy the weekend.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. Great shirt. Got a break. We will talk about how many people are traveling. A lot of people are going to be traveling for the 4th. Are you? And what are some ways to save money? We can get into that.
Stay home.
Coming up, hold on tight to WIBX.
Step into the magic of the 2024 Glimmerglass Festival, where summer comes alive with the finest in opera and musical theater.
The Glimmerglass Festival is a world-class summer celebration of the arts nestled on the banks of beautiful Otsego Lake, just minutes from Cooperstown, making it an easy day trip from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
This year's festival runs from July 22nd through August 20th and invites you to immerse yourself in myth, mystery, and adventure with productions that explore the connection between identity and illusion.
From the timeless hilarity of Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance to the gripping drama of Pagliacci.
Celestial escapades of La Callisto and intriguing mystery of Elizabeth Cree. Experience the magic firsthand.
The Glimmerglass Festival, a highlight of your summer experiences in the Cooperstown region. Hiking, kayaking, picnicking, and world-class opera and musical theater. Just a short drive from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
Visit glimmerglass.org to purchase tickets and to learn more about this year's festival. Then join us and see for yourself why there's no place quite like Glimmerglass.
Hi, I'm
Whitesboro Central.
Did you know that at ABC ChemDry, we have a state-of-the-art facility that specializes in premium area rug cleaning? If you have a cherished area rug that's a family heirloom from the Mideast, Far East, or Europe, one that you know requires delicate care, our trained specialists at ABC ChemDry use a state-of-the-art 5-step cleaning process that ensures your rug is properly identified, dusted, cleaned, dried, groomed, and treated with moth repellent. You can trust the professionals at ABC ChemDry to handle your delicate, valuable area rugs as well as synthetic rugs. We also offer remove and reset services and rug wrapping. In addition to all that, we're a drive-in, drive-out facility that makes drop-off and pickup quick and convenient. We're easy to locate on Erie Street in the beautiful city of Utica. Don't delay. Please call 315-738-1111 for more information on our specials and to schedule an appointment today.
Summer is here, and it's time to fill your days with family fun. With the Seize the Deal 2024 Summer Fun Card, enjoy 9 amazing attractions at an unbeatable price for just $99. The Seize the Deal Summer Fun Card offers unique and exciting attractions for you and your family. 9 great summer adventures for only $99, including Copper City Billiards. Get 2 hours of table time for 4 players, plus $15 cafe credit. If you're looking for a fun night out, Copper City Billiards in Rome is where you need to be. Skate a while longer. Get admission for 4 people, including skate rental. Valid only Wednesday 7 to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday 7 to 10 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 1 to 4 p.m. Vista Lanes Bowling Center. Get 2 games for a group of 4 with shoes. For over 70 years, Vista Lanes Bowling Center has been the perfect place for birthdays and corporate parties. Make this summer one to remember and get over $600 in savings with the 2024 Summer Fun Card. Limited number available, so get yours now for just $99 at seizethedeal.com.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Crispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in Central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, let's. Next week, I'm going to be off next week.
Did you warn Richard?
The 4th of July holiday. I'm starting a new diet plan, if you will. I start the medicine.
Yeah, right.
I have a feeling it's going to allow me to lose some weight for a change.
We do have some app comments if you want.
We'll get some. Let me go to Kathy first in Rome on the debate last night. Hello, Kathy. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, I think Trump did quite well. I was a little concerned when he goes on a little bit about, Biden being the worst president.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of times there were questions, especially about the people who are interested in the child care tax credit and everything. And I think Trump should have been more clear on something like that.
Well, I mean, he could have just kept lying. I mean, that's what he should have done. I mean, he was able to distort the truth all night long. Why not distort the truth on that? I mean, take advantage of it. Run with it. Because you don't have an opponent that can even speak. So he's not going to challenge you on it.
You know, I was just wondering about Biden. Had he talked quite a bit lately, or he has a cold, but his voice just didn't seem the usual.
Oh, my God, it was so horrible.
The way Trump is, yeah. I'm surprised.
I think Trump's getting younger, to be honest with you. It was Trump had you would not have known he was 122. No. You would not have known it.
Well, that's the difference between age and faculties.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But I was just thinking that I think he's going to be our guy.
Okay. Sorry, I potted you down there. Okay, well.
All right, enjoy your week.
For the record, neither one are my guy. Neither one. Neither one. We need to make a change and fast. What in the hell is going on?
Kennedy could have been in on the debate.
Yeah, I think he's an idiot too. So I can't stand any of them. In fact, I don't even.
What you got?
I don't even know. How do you work with what you got when what you got can't work? That's the problem. It is just terrible. All right, I've had enough.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, Kathy. I apologize because I'm extremely just frustrated after watching that debacle last night. I mean, the Yankees couldn't get out of their own way. It was just terrible.
It was awful to watch.
Here's Lucia. Good morning, Lucy.
Oh, hi, good morning. I have nothing to say about the Yankee. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love them, though. Ooh. But, yeah.
Me too, Lucy, but who?
Yes.
Yes. How was it?
Well, what was the question that you had? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said, did you watch the debate?
Oh, did I watch the debate? It was just terrific.
If you could call it that.
Yeah. Well, at least we
watched it.
Yeah, at least we know that we have they're still competitive when it comes to their golf game. That was about it. That's what the big takeaway was. So.
You know what it was? The embarrassment in the world.
It was awful.
Yeah. Somebody like that.
Yeah.
President of the United States. You know what, Bill? You could do a better job a million times, even though you've been never in office. You know,
Yeah.
give me a break.
I mean, me with cancer, I could have done better. I mean, come on.
You better listen.
Yeah.
The guy he can even run his home, but you don't even know what he's at. Do you see what happened in Italy? And the lady Meloni had to tell him, I have it on the picture. My God, it's embarrassing for us.
It's very, very bad.
Sorry,
We're in a very bad place. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, Luz. We appreciate it, and have a wonderful weekend.
Bill, you too.
I will. I promise.
You too. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Some quick comments. I'll break, and then we'll talk about traveling. A little traveling going on.
Yes, indeed. This is John from Bridgewater. Bill, he was blanking his pants when he had the long blank stare. Fred and Clinton, we should all fear for our country.
Is that the look that you got? I didn't realize that. That's...
yeah. Fred and Clinton, we should all fear for our country and for the world. I'm sure China, Russia, and Iran will accelerate their evil ways. Jill Biden should be charged with elder abuse. This is sad and scary.
I don't know what she's thinking, how she could allow this to happen. And listen, we should be a country that honors our old, the people who are older as they get older for being wise, and they have gone through things, and people learn as they go through things, and we don't do that today. However, last night was almost, it's like they all want to keep their positions, and let's just keep him alive so that we can win, and then we'll figure everything out afterwards.
We can keep our
jobs. That is borderline abuse, to be honest with you. And what we witnessed last night was just awful in so many ways. And again, I don't like either one of them. They were both bad in their own ways, but Trump looked young. It's unbelievable. I don't know what he's on, but it is something I want.
Yeah, exactly. Lance and Lee finally here. Here's my conclusion from last night's debate. Either Ryan Nobles is a liar or a horrible reporter. It was only weeks ago on your show he was saying that Biden isn't really that bad and it's all Republican.
John Decker said the same thing yesterday. And John is their witness. Yes, slower, John said yesterday. But he still has his capacity. He's still, that's not what we saw last night.
He says, sorry, Ryan, this didn't happen overnight. He lost any credibility he had after last night's horrendous performance by our master-in-chief.
Okay.
Commander-in-chief.
All righty. I'll get to more of this. We'll take your calls before we get out of here. And I don't know, what was worse, the performance last night or the Yankees losing 2 games to the Mets?
And then the Blue Jays.
Cordelia, I'll get to you in a second. I want to go to a travel expert. His name is Dean McCurry, and Dean is the head of DM Travel. Very passionate about travel. We are traveling again. This country is moving. And Dean, thanks for coming on. 4th of July, what do you see?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me today in lovely Utica, New York. I'm seeing millions and millions of travelers, trains, planes, and automobiles going to be out there on the highway, the airs, and the trains. The issue now is there's so many people out there. Only advice I could give for the airport is 2 things. One, have your global entry and TSA pre-check as part of that. Be organized, be there on time, or even get there earlier than normal. 2 hours are domestic, 3 hours are international. So if you're traveling to the airport, bump it up again.
Yeah.
I would go 3 hours domestic and probably 3 to 4 hours on international. Again, have your passport if you're going international, and absolutely, know the security line will be long. So anything with the TSA global entry, that helps you get through smoother.
So you like the what do they call it? The TSA
pre-check.
Pre-check.
Yeah, pre-check.
You like that?
It's like you fly through. You really do. And the other thing is Clear. There's a new app called Clear.
I saw that. Fort Lauderdale Airport has a sign up for it right there, and right in Fort Lauderdale.
And no brainer.
What is it? I got to write this down.
It's an iris on your phone identification. Iris on your app that you just go through. They look at your eyes or look at your fingerprints. And you zip right through. So if you're going through security or anything like that, Clear is the fastest, easiest way to go. It does cost money, or if you're with a credit card and the premium flight or whatever, they'll get it to you.
That's cool.
The travel for roads, fill the tank up with gas. One of the things I say is you can't control the gas prices. There's nothing we can do about that. So have a full tank of gas, get up early in the morning, beat the traffic, leave at 5, leave at 6, leave at 7, and get out there on the road and have a Google app or some kind of app on your phone to absolutely manage your trip. So if you're going to go to the restaurant, you're going to go to gas stations, you're going to go to a hotel, you're going to go to a national park, know that where you're going, when to be there, and how long, because it's going to be a train wreck on the roads of a lot of people traveling. Be prepared.
I find that Waze, WAZE app is really good. They that even warns you if there's a speed check somewhere.
Absolutely. It's kind of like a traffic cops ahead. Look out.
Yeah.
Waze is good. I definitely use
I
Waze.
like
There's
it.
a couple
On the
other
freeway.
apps, but
yeah.
I use it too. It gets me places quicker and bypasses all the jams. But yet, like I'm saying, is plan your trip. And like I say on the apps of the phone, and the new babysitter in the back seat for the kids is the iPad. Unfortunately or fortunately, we live in technology today. So have a couple iPads. If the kids are bored or crying or whatever, throw the iPad at them, and you'll be safe and you'll enjoy the trip a lot better. But the key on the air travel, get there early. Don't have tennis shoes or tied up shoes. Have loafers so you can put them on and off, and don't have a bunch of change in your pocket to get.
I got to tell you, one of the things that I take little sandwich baggies with me to the airport.
Absolutely.
And I throw everything in those baggies, whether it's in my carry-on bag or even if it's in your pocket, you can pull it out and throw it in the container, and you don't have everything falling all over the place.
Yeah.
So those seem to come in handy. So
those buckets are like full for me. You got this, you got that, you got the keys, you got your iPhone and all that. Kind of plan that ahead. Like you said, the baggies are the best thing in the world invented for travel through security.
Can I tell you, a couple of years ago, we were traveling, and I'm on the last leg of our trip. We're at a stop and a layover, waiting to come back into Syracuse after a week vacation. And I got to tell you, I look in my bag, and there's a giant pair of scissors.
Oh my gosh!
Had no idea.
No.
Do you know that my sister recently flew, and they said, "Oh, okay, you're good," and she had it in her carry-on. Scissors.
I had a huge pair of scissors and had no clue they were there. It was a big one.
What happened?
They never caught it. Nobody caught it on the way out and on the way back home. Nobody ever caught it. That's pretty scary.
Well, I rest my case. I think security's not that good at the airports, but that's an honest mistake, and obviously they'll catch you at some point. But just watch the metal, watch your things that will be passed through the screener. But again, the key thing is full tank of gas, get up early, get on the road, have the kids ready with an iPad to play some games. Enjoy the travel. Enjoy yourself. Don't be stressed out with your Waze or your Google app or whatever. Plan the trip and know where you're going. But on the air traffic, get there early. Get the TSA or global. It's pre-check. You see that line, you're jealous. If you're at the other line, you go, why didn't I do that? So you want to get in that line too.
It's worth the whatever money you spend on it. So, all right, good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a record weekend of people coming out. So get ready. It's going to be an absolute circus 4th of July. Because of COVID's over with, people are traveling.
We are
absolutely
moving.
They want to get out and go.
Dean McCurry, thank you. We appreciate it, and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Same to you, too. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. Bye. Let me take Cordelia quick, and then I'll break. I got to take her quickly. Andrew?
You got to break.
No. I know exactly what we have. I'm looking at it. We're in great shape.
No, we're not.
I don't know where you're. I'm following your little sheet here, Johnny Rocket. Your little sheet looks good.
You're going to break, and then this is when we have to be out.
Oh, whatever. Hi, Cordelia. I could not make you wait one more second, for God's sakes.
Well, I'm excited about the political thing. I was surprised that Trump didn't turn around and say, "Hey, Sleepy Joe, wake up."
Yeah, well, he said everything else, unfortunately. Holy moly, what a mess that was, right?
It was pathetic.
Yeah.
It was totally pathetic. But Trump, I feel, okay, we got no huge choice at this point. But Trump, at this point, I think he'd be the better one.
All right, Trump's your guy. Okay, Cordelia, you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Okay, you too.
Right.
Take care.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Let me go to Gina right now on line number. I'm kidding. That's so funny. Too bad liberal Lou didn't call in. I don't know where Lou is. I would love
never
to get
be
his
able to
take.
break.
Hold tight. We're coming right back.
Whatever happened to Tony Horton, the guy who created the revolutionary P90X?
2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of shingles that went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away. I started researching everything related to building my muscle back again. That's when I learned about the potential of HMB plus vitamin D3 and what they can do when it comes to helping build new muscle.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Just add 1 scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water or your morning smoothie and enjoy the effects of that boss molecule and factory worker combination. Reshaping your body each and every day. More energy, burn more fat, and probably drop a few pounds along the way.
High-impact protein by Power Life is a tasty once-a-day powder that comes in either whey or plant protein. Go to mypowerlife.com and use code MUSCLE to save 30%. Tony even offers a 90-day guarantee. Go to mypowerlife.com or text MUSCLE to 511-511. Text MUSCLE to 511-511 today. All individuals are unique. Your results can and will vary. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Summer is here, and it's time to fill your days with family fun. With the Seize the Deal 2024 Summer Fun Card, enjoy 9 amazing attractions at an unbeatable price for just $99. The Seize the Deal Summer Fun Card offers unique and exciting attractions for you and your family. 9 great summer adventures for only $99, including Get Air Trampoline Park. Get a 1-hour pass for a family of 4. Get Air Trampoline Park has thousands of square feet of wall-to-wall trampolines for jumping, bouncing, and flipping for hours of fun. Fort Ricky Discovery Zoo. Get admission for 4 people. Located in Rome, Fort Ricky Discovery Zoo offers engaging animal interactions with fun activities for kids of all ages. Peter Paul Recreation Park. Get 3 games of laser tag for 4 people. Prepare to be blown away playing laser tag with their massive surround sound arena at Peter Paul Recreation Park. Make this summer one to remember and get over $600 in savings with the 2024 Summer Fun Card. Limited number available, so get yours now for just $99 at seizethedeal.com.
How would you like to finally lose all those unwanted pounds quickly without spending thousands on painful injections or prescriptions? Hi, it's Donna Simpson, health and wellness expert. You probably know someone that is using Ozempic, the hottest diet craze in the country. Everyone knows about this prescription injection. Celebs use it to look their best. The problem is most of us can't afford Ozempic, and these injections can be so uncomfortable. Now you can lose the weight just as easily, but with no needles, no expensive prices, no side effects, and no worries. You need to try Lozempic, a new miracle weight loss breakthrough that performs so well it's been called nature's Ozempic. Lozempic is an easy-to-take diet pill now available without a prescription, being used by thousands to get rid of those unwanted pounds. So call now and find out how to get a free bottle.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Lozempic, call 800-686-2430, 800-686-2430. Free bottles for limited time, so call 800-686-2430. That's 800-686-2430.
Always dreamed of a Tempur-Pedic mattress? Right now, save up to $500 on select sets at Mattress Express for our 4th of July sale. Put no money down and get up to 60 months to pay for qualified customers. Go to mattressexpressny.com for locations.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Portions of the program brought to you by River Hills Properties. If you're looking to sell a home, why wouldn't you list with River Hills? All the extras they do for you, and check out their TV show, Sold in upstate New York, on WPNY tomorrow at 2 p.m. Fox 33 at 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. on Sunday. Andrews told me I now have 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Dos minutos.
2 minutes. Is there anything else I want to get in here? This is where Trump calls Biden the worst president ever.
This shouldn't be a debate. He's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country. Now, all of a sudden, he's trying to get a little tough on the border. He came out with a nothing deal, and it reduced it a little bit. He wants open borders. If he wins this election, our country doesn't have a chance.
Boy, what a mess that whole thing was last night.
Hey.
This will be a moment we will be remembering.
But we'll want to forget.
But you'll want to forget.
Hey, real quick.
Hey, Davey.
You know
Good
how we
morning.
always talk about AI?
AI, yeah.
But did
I've
you
heard
hear
that.
what they're going to be doing for the Summer Olympics on Peacock?
Yeah, Al Michaels.
Yeah.
Al Michaels is going to
Fake
be...
Al Michaels.
Really?
Yeah.
He was against it first, but then now he's all for it.
Well, he would have to be for it. They got to be paying him. He's not doing it
They're
for
going to
free.
call it AI Michaels
AI Michaels.
instead of Al.
He's going to be doing like updates on Peacock, but it's going to be AI.
Why not just have Al
Is
Michaels do it?
Just his voice, or is it video
Yeah.
too? Oh, it's just his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird how he would accept that. I would say no.
They must have been giving him a pretty penny.
I would say the money must be really, really good. Give you an idea of our Windows contest, Win Keeler's Windows. Thank everybody who entered. Yesterday, the drawing occurred, and the winner is Jonathan and Denise Fulmer of Little Falls.
Winning.
Jonathan and Denise Fulmer of Little Falls have won new windows from New York Sash. Give you an idea, next week being the 4th, I'm off next week. It is my week to begin taking
Good
my
luck.
new medicine. I
We'll
can't
be
wait.
thinking
Good
of you.
luck.
We'll be thinking
of you.
And just so everybody knows, it's all going to be good. But next week will be a good time for me to take off.
We
That's
will
how
be
I
here,
see it.
though.
Andrew and Dave will be here Monday and Tuesday. Other than that, it'll be best of and other stuff. Have a great, safe holiday. And 1 week away, I'll be back on WIBX.
Hi, I'm Scott Hayes.
And I'm Jill Hayes. At New York Sash, we love Independence Day.
I couldn't agree more, honey. The parades, the fireworks, the backyard barbecues.
And the bathrooms.
Exactly, honey. Wait, the bathrooms?
You bet, Scott. There's nothing like getting that bathroom upgrade you've always wanted and getting 50% off the installation.
That's right. It's the Independence Sale at New York Sash. Time to free yourself from that tired old bathroom and get 50% off the installation.
Exactly, Scott. A deal everyone can celebrate.
And when we're done, your bathroom will look incredible, and our team can finish the upgrade in as little as 2 days.
Stop by the New York Sash Idea and Design Center on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro and see all the options available. And if you have questions, we'll be happy to help.
So if you're ready for your dream bathroom, call us or stop by this week during the Independence Sale and get 50% off the installation of your new bathroom, only at New York Sash.
The Utica Center for Development celebrates our country's independence this 4th of July with the City of Utica 4th of July Parade and Party in the Park, sponsored by Master Vito Hyundai. Join the celebration. The 4th of July Parade starts at 10 a.m. in front of the former St. Elizabeth Medical Center and ending at the Parkway Center on Memorial Parkway. The Party in the Park kicks off at 7 p.m. at Proctor Park. Buses will be transferring people from NVCC Payne Hall starting at 6. Fireworks start at dusk.
Brunch at Babes is the only way to spend your weekend. Bottomless mimosas, Bloody Mary flights, classic breakfasts, and some new instant classics. Boozy brunch at Babes Saturday and Sundays from 9 to 2. Breakfast quesadillas, loaded avocado toast. Babes is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with boozy brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit us at babesutica.com.
Making my way straight to Babes.
Adirondack Home Furniture knows that when it comes to outdoor furniture, you want something that's comfortable, durable, and stylish. That's why Polywood is the perfect choice. Polywood furniture is made from high-quality materials that are weather-resistant and